What's up, guys? Welcome back to WAKU Radio. I don't know why I look extremely red in this fucking. It's probably because of the sign behind. And you'll notice we're actually in a new studio.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
See that? Embrace the fearless.
Yeah.
Live Waku.
That's right.
And in case you forgot who we are,
Who are we?
Waku.
That's right.
Even and then in case you did forget still, Waku.
Damn.
But if you guys haven't already, make sure you'll hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. And comment below what you want us to talk about. Have you guys heard about what happened in California with Newsom?
No.
Oh shit, more happened? What happened now?
Well, it wasn't that. It was not like he didn't do anything really, but so he actually I guess they got a approval for a dollar coin now that's specifically for California, and he went
Dollar
to
coin?
dollar coin.
Damn.
So he went to the public on X now,
Yeah.
and he basically asked for the public like, we're trying to design a new coin, throw out ideas for us, and we want to push the innovations of California and everything, right?
Yeah.
What is
Well,
what's the okay.
so he went to the people of California to do this, and they sent him some designs.
Okay.
If you guys want to see some of them, I will post them right here.
That should be like freaking crazy.
It's actually kind of hilarious. All right, here's one.
What is that? Palm tree. Dude, it's really
Looks like a fucking
Is that,
quarter.
that can't be real.
Yeah, but look at the
Skid Row?
tents.
Is that really tense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Skid Row.
They're-
Tent City,
They're,
baby.
yeah, they're trying to dude.
So-
No way.
Wait,
The-
the actual designer actually.
No,
thought of
this is the people of California sending to Newsom.
Oh,
Because he went on Twitter and asked everyone
Oh.
to give us ideas.
I was supposed to be like a little elaborate prank.
Yeah,
It's like a low-
yeah, and then
it's like a low
all the
insult.
and basically
Yeah.
all the citizens of California were like, all right, I'll show you how innovative California is.
Damn.
Here's tents,
That's
fire
pretty
and shit.
funny.
Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
actually, it's worse than that. Those tents are actually nice.
yeah. So here's just like some examples that I
they're
found
actually-
Those are
online.
expensive ass tent, huh? Henry?
Those are expensive ass tents.
Damn, that shit looks so. Dude, that's so bad, dude. That's
For real.
dude. That literally looks like a graveyard. If you
Yeah.
really think about it.
Look at that
fucking
shit.
terrible. Wow,
Shit.
dude, people are just trolling.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just
yeah,
trolling
that's
pretty
what it
much.
is.
And yeah, that's just a snake.
What?
Wait, why is that there?
Why is there a fucking snake?
Anyways,
Well, so this snake right here, it's called what was it fucking called?
We go from California coins to a snake.
It's a Arabian sand boa, and it's just becoming viral because it looks so derpy. It looks like a kid legitimately just drew it, and that's why it's
oh, I see. It
people are
looks
just
like
reposting.
yeah,
So I took a screenshot of it. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, dude, this shit legit looks like someone drew it.
makes sense.
Damn.
Yeah.
Seems like we're gonna go all over the place with this episode.
But yeah, it's just funny with I mean, you guys can look it up on Twitter. They still have the post and everyone's response, but like no one's happy in California. No one's happy.
Well,
like
no
even
shit.
and it's just
Dude, tell me this. What is dope about California besides being extremely close to the beach and the weather?
yeah.
Everything else fucking sucks there.
The food?
Yeah, but the people are moving away though.
Yeah, I know.
And a lot of the foods that are in California are moving, like good places are starting to move to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think Vegas is starting to have it's going to be like the next food capital.
Dude, I was
probably.
chatting with a doctor, right? And the dude was he's from Torrance, California. Anyways, he just moved out here and I was chatting with him and he was like, dude, Vegas is like the new everything out here. He's like, dude, it's so bomb. Like the food is good, lifestyle is good, cost of living is better. He's like, California can't fucking keep up with Vegas. That's why we're taking everybody.
Yeah.
All their sports teams coming out here. They're just fucked, dude. Like later on, you know what it's gonna be? It's just gonna be Skid Row.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
exactly
much.
what it's
I mean,
gonna
just
be.
like what we're seeing in the
Just-
coins.
It's just tent city, like to the max.
I just hope Vegas doesn't turn into that though. I would hate it.
I don't think
Oh.
that.
I think we have a long way before it becomes like that.
I don't know, man. Shit's going on freaking
You think so? I don't think it's gonna happen, dude.
in Vegas. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? We're technically still a swing state, so we can either be Democrat or Republican. It's just
Oh, you're talking about politics wise.
yeah. I'm just saying in terms of like policies wise,
Yeah.
implemented and all that. It can go either way. We're like we're on the borderline. I think.
Yeah, we are a swing state for sure.
Plus, on top of that, like people are moving here from California, so we don't know if it's gonna be good or bad.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you're saying. But at the same time, man, I don't know, man. To be honest, I think Las Vegas has so much money here that we're gonna try and protect those assets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like homelessness has always been a problem. Crime has always been a problem here, but it's been resolved. It gets resolved pretty quick.
Yeah. That is the one thing I've noticed.
Like the thing is like when the overcrowding of like the underground people happens, that's when I'll be kind of worried.
yeah.
But like I think the weather here is too damn hot for most homeless people anyways. So then it's easy for them to just travel up the coast.
Mhm.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So of course, any coastal state is going to have way more homeless problems just because it's easier to be homeless there
Yeah.
versus like for example, you don't see them too much in Washington because there's too many seasons there, right? Like it gets really
Yeah.
fucking cold and it probably snows and stuff like that. But then as you get further down, like to California, California is prime
Yeah.
for homelessness. That's part of the battle. And then did you ever hear back in the day they would send homeless people to like California and shit? Like the state would get paid to take in homelessness.
really?
No, I didn't hear that one though.
Yeah.
What did they have the benefit out of that?
Like they would actually pay homeless people to go and live, and then they were doing that to Hawaii too.
I heard about Hawaii. I knew they
Yeah.
were doing that to Hawaii. That's why Hawaii has like a pretty big
Yeah, and
homeless
then
population.
that's why with San Francisco and like NorCal, they're finally getting rid of the problems now because everybody's been begging them or like Oakland so bad, right?
Yeah.
The problem is now they're all coming to Vegas, and if they're gonna have that same issue, I don't know. But the thing is also it's culture based. I would think, right? Culture plays a huge part. It's too goddamn hot and too cold to be out in Vegas doing hood rat shit,
Yeah.
right? Like even if you wanted to, you couldn't do it that long.
I mean, if you see the homeless people in Vegas, you see how worn down they look, especially during the summertime.
Yeah.
They're like,
Bro, you only got a couple
They're
seasons
busted.
before you're dead.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're starting to look like ghouls from Fallout.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. They
Yeah.
are.
You seen the movie? You
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking good ass shit.
Fallout's
dude.
great. Yeah. Fallout's freaking amazing. Have you guys watched that one movie I told you guys about with Emma Stone? I think her name was.
No.
Is that the one with? Oh, not yet. I remember you mentioned
Yeah.
the last podcast. Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I've been watching this documentary about prisoners. It's called Doors Open.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys heard of it?
Wait, I saw the trailer for that. I don't. Man, that's a new take on it. Is that the one where the warden has this new take where, the doors are open, right? But then they're able to mingle
Yeah.
throughout the prison.
So basically,
Trust.
originally this jail was 23-1, so they had to be locked up for 23 hours and only allowed to come out for 1 hour, right?
Wow.
And the sheriff basically wanted to run an experiment on this unit right here, and basically he wants to leave all the doors open and have no guards in this unit. So basically the prisoners are gonna be running themselves pretty much. And it started off pretty rough, but watching the show, I don't want to ruin any spoilers, but watching the show, they did a really good job.
I think
They did a really good job at you feeling for the prisoners and everything, because they explained their situation pretty well, like themselves. But then you see how they start to like manage each other and all that crap, and certain problems come up and all that. But I'm actually quite surprised how it came out.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But
But-
I don't think it's a viable option. Secondly, it can be a little bit biased, I think, because they don't just select any type of group in the jail system. They'll select ones with the best behavior.
Yeah.
So we can't really say.
Well, see, the
You know
way
what I
they
mean?
the way they set it up, basically, oh, man, I don't want to ruin too many things on it, but they had it pretty much set up where, because the jail, they always have new people coming in and out, right? So this is just a program, and to be in that unit, they kind of do vet you to get in there, because they did have people that got into the unit, and when the unit was running smoothly, and there's just some people that don't want to cooperate whatsoever.
Right.
and they're the ones that so they have to be a little bit more selective about who goes into the jail.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
but
for
the
sure.
thing I've watched when I was watching the episode, I noticed was the moment these guys start getting more responsibilities with the jail unit, because basically it's up to them if they want this freedom, it's for them to keep the freedom.
Right.
And by giving them more responsibilities, they actually start taking action and like becoming more mature. As the season goes on, you legitimately see like immature prisoners become more mature and more self-aware.
And then you can empathize with them.
Then that's when you start empathizing with them, because they actually like, oh shit, yeah, I did fuck up, or I did this, or I can't believe whatever, like that.
Sorry, sympathize, not empathize.
Yeah, so they basically, I don't know. Bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, if you keep yourself busy and you give yourself responsibilities.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I feel the same because I used to watch that one show, 60 Days In.
Yeah.
And dude, some of the shit, like, it's hilarious, but like it's sometimes like, damn, it's fucked up. If you show any type of weakness, you'll get taken advantage of, man.
For sure, yeah.
There's that one episode where that one guy, he was sleeping in his bunk, fucking midday, bro, not even nighttime. Like the one crazy like screws loose guy, he punched him in the face while he was laying on the bunk, and he acted like a fucking like a
Oh, there's shit went down in this show for sure.
Really? Okay, go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some shit that went down, but
Because I can only imagine, man. I'm like, fuck.
Establish this for people who don't understand. So this show is about prisoners getting a program, right?
yeah.
That basically lets them go back into Gen Pop, kind of.
No. So this is a jail program, and jail is actually I have to look this up. So jail, you guys know the difference between jail and prison?
Well, it's an actual prison, isn't it? I thought it's an actual
it's
prison.
jail.
Oh, it's a jail.
Yeah, it's a jail.
Oh shit.
So I actually had to look this up. So jail is basically where they hold you to put you to prison while your courts or your things are getting figured out, and then prison's where you go where you're pretty much like locked up.
Yeah.
So they're doing this experiment in jail, and this jail was locked down for 23 hours, and the criminals are able to get out for 1 hour of that day, and that was every day, and there had to be a security inside the unit. So the experiment, he purposely said it's an experiment to see if they can make it into a program.
Okay.
And the experiment is, now instead of locking them up in rooms all day, they're gonna leave the doors open in that unit, and they can mingle, walk around, whatever they want. They still just have to abide by the rules.
Right.
And there's no guard in the middle of the unit watching anyone anymore. Everything's through like the office through cameras and stuff like that. And the whole purpose of this was to they just don't think it's mentally helpful to lock people up for 23 hours, only let them out for 1 hour. So there's a lot of pent up aggression. They're thinking that's the reason why there's a lot of fights and stabbings and accidents happening in there, because when you get out for that 1 hour, you've been locked up like a caged animal, basically.
Yeah.
Let's not sugarcoat it, you know. Prison's meant to be prison and jail is meant to be, it's an institution.
Yeah. So I mean, they still have to abide by the rules.
Right.
They can't fight each other. They can't create shanks. They can't make drugs. They can't do any of that. They're still in prison.
Right.
But the whole idea behind it is to give them responsibility and to watch as a sense of community.
Right.
So when they get out of jail, they're easier to acclimate back into society.
Yeah, so they can transition.
Yeah, transition a lot easier. And that's why they did that experiment. And watching the show, you kind of, I want to say at first I kind of felt, I was like, these guys are in jail, whatever. Like they're not going to be able to work together and create like this community in jail, right?
Right.
But eventually they actually started working together and making things work. And they actually started taking accountability. That's why I want to say accountability was the word I was looking for. They're actually taking accountability for their actions and actions around them, people around them, so they don't go back into 23 and 1, you know?
Remind me.
Yeah.
So that was the whole experiment pretty
Sorry,
much.
I wasn't laughing at the inmates.
What were you fucking laughing?
Sorry, dude. You know, my mind just gets on a random thing, and then I think of the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Like what?
But no, it's just like I forgot it now, but like it's too late.
But okay, so let's say
but I get what you're.
If you were in jail and then this happened, how do you think it'll play out? Like a personal experience.
Me?
What would you do? Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've only been to jail once, and that was only because DUI. But I mean, if I was in that program, Fuck. It's kind of hard, dude, because I feel like I'd be the small guy. I'd have to prove more than I would as, like, let's say if I was a bigger guy, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry.
As far as
Like-
like if you go to jail.
Yeah, because, like, dude, like,
But then wait, but we're relating this to the program though. So how would
no, I mean, but in the program, I mean, if I was in that program, I'd definitely be the one listening and, like, being accountable for everything. But that'd be so hard, dude. That's a risk. Cause like I mentioned to you earlier about the whole episode of, like, 60 Days In,
Mhm.
right? This innocent white guy, he was just minding his own business, doing the program, and then he ended up getting punched in the face by some crazy dude.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's the thing
So,
about this
what's that-
program.
right.
They're making accountability for you. So you have all this freedom. You have this privilege, basically. It's a privilege to be out of your cell, not in it for 23 hours.
Right.
And you can lose that privilege. So and then you can also lose it for everybody else.
So that's the only consequence. Also, it's a team. It's a team.
That's why it's a
team.
community effort. So if one person fucks up
Okay.
and no one checks him, he
Yeah.
can literally ruin it for the whole unit.
Fair enough.
So that's why I'm saying they want to bring accountability to everyone.
Yeah.
It's no longer like one person's gonna fuck it up for everyone. You just let them fuck it up. It's like,
Right.
no, that's your issue now.
Yeah.
If you
that
want to
makes
keep
sense.
this freedom that you got,
Yeah, there's like an actual ecosystem.
yeah, it's an
that's
actual
actually
ecosystem.
that's
exactly.
actually being built. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they're trying to do with this whole thing. And the more longer they are able to keep it clean, basically, like
Right.
zero incidents, the more benefits they get out of it.
Right.
You know.
Mm.
And
Makes
so
sense.
one thing, and like I said, just watch the show. But I actually, what made me think about the show was, like people, like I started thinking like how people get into that, and some of these people that were in the show, they seemed like genuinely nice ass people. Like some of them were smart.
They just made
They just made bad decisions, and it just comes down to like, it's your environment. It has to be your environment. Like I don't.
But
Almost goes down to the thing. No one's born evil. They're made evil, right?
Yeah.
No one's born bad, really. They're just made bad from whatever experiences or something like that,
kind of opposite.
So like if you're born into a world, you do automatically hate people. No, you don't automatically hate. You automatically don't want to cause harm or anything like that. But because your circumstances growing up,
Yeah.
that gets you into this shithole, Now then again,
Was there a lot of fights in the show.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of fights.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, you have to watch it because it's kind of interesting how the community worked as well.
That's good.
Because there was a lot of shady shit happening. A lot of shady shit happening.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
They got. I mean, dude, jail and prison. They even have their own language,
Mhm.
sign language, bro. It's like, it gets deep, man.
Yeah.
It gets deep. Like I've seen documentaries on the whole thing. They go like as far as like code messaging and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do you think people are born good or evil?
We've talked about this already.
We talked
Wanna
about it.
it?
I mean,
This is the conversation that Henry brought up, and everybody was like, "Yeah," and then I went off of it for like 2 weeks on every fucking
Oh yeah.
conversation that we've had together.
Yeah, you're right.
I still stand by my opinion, even though our buddy of ours had a.
I don't know. After watching this show, I kind of changed my opinion a little bit. I think everyone's born good, but they just become bad.
I think we all have inherently evil in us. We just choose to be good. We choose to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because by the end of the day, we're still going based off instinct. If you're gonna protect the ones you love, you're gonna go back to that instinct where it's not gonna require fucking peaches and cream.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Wait, so
it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brute.
so you think that we're all born good, but then
Society,
then we turn
circumstances, and environment makes us become bad.
That I agree. The environment can
Yeah,
influence.
But I don't
yeah.
think we're born evil. I think we're born good. It's just everything around us causes us to get into a situation which causes us to be bad.
Right.
Because when I was watching, like I said, I was watching the show, and it wasn't like I was watching. I was actually like trying to analyze them psychologically, like because it was interesting. You got some crazy fucks that are like, oh, this guy's for sure crazy,
Yeah.
and then I have other guys. I'm like, oh, he's actually a genuine person. He's just in a bad situation
Yeah.
that caused him to get into jail.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like that's kind of what I came up.
I can sympathize
Yeah.
for some certain like inmates,
Mhm.
but
Because I don't think anyone's ever taught to hate. I don't think anyone's taught to be racist or anything like that off the beginning when you're
Really?
first born.
You think people aren't taught to hate and be racist?
No, I mean they're taught. I'm sorry.
can't
No one's born racist. No one's born hating people. No one's
yeah.
born wanting to kill someone. But the environment,
right.
circumstances, mental health, whatever,
Yeah.
leads them down that path. You know.
Right.
Because I mean, we've all fucked around with dumb shit or done dumb shit, but we never got to the point where we're like, you know what I mean? It's like we're not ever like, how do I put it? We're never, we take accountability basically.
Mm.
And what I noticed with a lot of these people in the beginning of the series, they weren't taking accountability for their actions, and they just blamed everything on everything around them and no responsibility. But the moment the inmates started taking responsibility and accountability for themselves, the whole unit started changing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think what it is people are lacking like leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And when you leave people up to their own free devices, they actually fuck it up for themselves because they don't know.
Yeah.
Some people just need structure. Like I remember when I was young as a teenager, it was the same thing. Like it was easier for me to find trouble and like do crazy shit because I had no structure, right? And then Henry, what the
You sorry. My belt is. I don't get it. It just keeps falling off. And I'm trying to. Don't do. I'm sorry, guys.
I think you have the buckle backwards, bro.
Is it? Oh shit!
That's
It
why.
flipped. Yeah, sorry about that.
Is that the
groove
Group belt, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. I was like,
that's the best.
I was wondering, trying to figure. I was trying to.
We should
figure
Oh,
get sponsored by them.
We're all wearing groove belts.
out-
Look,
dude, all of it.
groove belt
Thanks,
sponsor.
thanks to Joe Rogan.
Sponsor us, groove.
Sorry, my apologies, guys. Fucking, I was having a malfunction there.
Joe Rogan fucking talked about the group belt.
Yeah, he was the one I learned the group belt about.
Yeah, it was a
And then-
while
and then-
ago,
And then,
though.
and then after that, you guys mentioned it.
Oh, really?
That's the reason that made me buy it. So he mentioned it, and then
Yeah.
ever since you guys mentioned it the second time,
Yeah.
I was like, oh well, both of you guys have it. That sounds cool. And then I tried it with.
I didn't even
my-
know that. I just saw it on Facebook and I was like,
Yeah.
that belt looks dope as fuck. And then I was like, Seabass, it's a 2 for like $50.
Yeah.
You want it in? And he was like, yeah, I'll just get one.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. Yeah, this is legitimately the best belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he vouched.
best belt.
It's actually good for EDC carry. too.
We're not
Yeah,
we're
that's
not
the reason why we bought it.
we're not sponsored by Groove Belt yet, but
It is one of
these belts are fucking amazing.
No lie, I've never bought another belt after I bought the.
I know what we had this for
I've
like
had it- I've
3
had it
years
for
now.
Almost 2 years for me.
You had it for
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah, dude.
No, we've had that for way longer than 2 years. It's
Yeah,
been like
you're
3 or
right.
4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 3-4 years. I mean, I don't know. You
It's
can
yeah.
zoom in.
it
Look at that
stays-
shit.
Stays intact.
I'm gonna send this to Groove
Yeah.
Belt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
look, we
No, it is really
Yeah.
fucking good. Like so easy. It's crazy.
it's legitimately the last belt you ever need.
Besides
Like,
Henry, for some reason, just having issues because that shit was flipped.
No, I don't know because I was trying to like focus on the podcast without interrupting.
Hey, you know what's
Wasn't-
funny
yeah.
about the Groove Belt though? Girls, they are so confused about the Groove
Oh yeah,
Belt.
they are. That's
Why?
true. They don't know how to take it off.
What do you-
It's magnetic.
That's
They're
magnetic.
they're used to the normal belt.
Wait, we know who hasn't had some action in a while with that belt.
Because he's a gentleman who takes it off for them.
You don't let them take it off for you? You're like, come on.
Because I'm wearing shorts.
Oh. Yeah, that's the only problem. Back before when I was single,
Yeah.
even with the chick now, she's like, "What's this? How'd you open this belt?"
Yeah.
You know, that's the only downfall about this belt. It's confusing. But anyway, we
Really?
left off at
Sorry.
Temples.
So did you guys hear about this new TikTok trend with cup for couples?
What?
Well, it's actually been around for years, right? It's nothing new, but it's called Okra water.
What's that?
Okra water, it's, of course, Okra has vitamins,
Yeah.
inflammation, and whatever, but it has benefits for for couples. It can her drinking it.
Yeah.
So all you would need is pretty much okra, water, and at lukewarm temperature.
That's self-explanatory.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to go into detail here.
Fucking okra and some water.
No, but there's steps.
Hey, I think we need to go for a walk, guys. None of our brains are working right
There's
now.
steps. There's steps to this. There's steps to this, okay? Like you can't just use cold water. Like, dude, it has to sit in the okra for like room temp water. Anyways, there's lubrication benefits to this. And no, technically you can use it as lubrication, but for like KY jelly, for example.
Yeah.
But It's meant to ingest. So the girl was supposed to ingest and drink it for a period of time, or preferably like every day, right? Every morning, empty stomach. Anyways, it's supposed to make them extra lubricated.
Really?
And supposedly this whole TikTok trend was all these boyfriends are like being knocked out. Like they're just passed out because it was a good time for them, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Like the results of
The results of
Yeah,
okra
yeah.
water, and then also pretty much this trend is where all these ladies are doing it with
interesting.
okra water. and
I've
shit.
not seen this trend.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's on TikTok, and I was like, dude, okra water is like starting to like.
Have you guys tried it yet?
I told the lady about it. Yeah,
Yeah. And you guys have tried it?
not yet,
But you're going to.
but I plan to. Yeah,
Oh, nice. That's
but I think it takes like a week before you start seeing like.
Oh, that makes sense. What is it that is there like
There's a lot of benefiting vitamins and pretty much like stuff that helps with sexual health for females.
yeah.
Where it makes them extra.
Is it more like is it fucking blood flow related? Is that what it is?
It has something to do where it takes away the toxins, it detoxifies.
Really?
So when you detoxify, it pretty much absorbs it, and then you have to like let it out. So
Yeah,
whenever you
yeah.
like, let's say urinate or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But pretty much it would take it out, but in the benefit of it, you would be extra lubricated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what's the
There's
what's the exact function? Okay, because like it's funny that you bring this up.
it's like aloe vera. It's like when you drink or eat aloe vera.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's the compound in there that's making women.
Oh, the exact like chemical
Yeah.
compound? Oh,
Because like
we have to Google that one. Yeah.
because like recently I was just talking to actually last night I was talking to a friend and she was telling me about X honey. Have you heard of X honey?
What is that?
X honey is basically like a it's a honey that contains tadalafil, right? So like the same ingredient that's in Cialis.
Will you say tadalafil?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm familiar with that one.
Okay. So
Because Blue Chew has that.
yeah, it's the same thing as Cialis.
Right.
Right, so the honey for some reason, I guess it contains it. I don't know if they mix it in there. It's don't do your research before buying it, right? But like I'm not supporting it, but she was just telling me about it. She said her and her man took like half, like a teaspoon or something, like just a little bit of it.
Honestly,
They were so fucking like they were going all fucking night,
really,
all fucking night until the sun came up. They said,
wow.
and I was like, what, really? And then I did some research because she brought that up, and I was like, is tadalafil even healthy for women? And I guess women can technically take a small doses of tadalafil.
Yeah,
because it's just a
I don't doubt it.
PDE inhibitor. So
I have it.
oh, so yeah,
I have Blue Chew.
I know, but this is a honey though. Is what I'm trying to say. It's a honey.
It's a honey.
Yeah,
but it
honey.
contains, but it still
But
contains,
it contains the
tadalafil. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like it's the same thing as okra water. I don't know if this okra water is true though. What's going on?
So I'm looking up some stuff on okra water. So basically, the things that are in it that help are fibers, vitamin A, C, folic acid, and potassium.
Right.
And they said this basically, where was that part? By drinking okra water. Okay, so it says it's because the glycogen-rich okra helps to raise the levels of estrogen in women, leading to higher
glycogen or glycogen.
Glycogen. Sorry, it's the glycogen.
Yeah, glycogen. Yeah.
Yeah, glycogen. It's because the glycogen-rich okra help to raise the levels of estrogen in women, leading to higher sexual stimulation, increase in lubrication, and orgasm.
That makes sense. Why it would take so long for it to come into play.
Yeah, because I don't think they even have. I don't know how much it has it inside there. But apparently, okra for women has a lot of benefits.
Yeah, that's why it's being trending for a woman right now.
Yeah, women have. There's a
Dude,
lot.
It's really just the okra farmers.
Yeah, they just trying to push something.
Yeah, they're just trying to push their okra sales because sales are down.
Yeah.
Really? I eat okra. I mean, okra is pretty.
I'm just kidding, dog. It was just a joke. Jesus fucking Christ. We were trying to do a bit here. You just fucked this whole bit up.
Fucking Henry. I'm just make it a clip and then end like that. Fucking Henry.
Fucking Henry.
Dude.
It's okay. It's just a rough day.
Yeah, dude.
More. Okay, so did you know that STD rates in group home and senior living is actually much higher.
I can understand group homes because group homes are it's a range of different types of people, whether it be special people or people just can't take care of themselves, right? But like, damn, that's surprising. But for
Well, think about this though.
But for elder, what do you call it? You said that.
Yeah, like
Really?
senior living and stuff like.
Wow, that's crazy.
Dude, you gotta think about it like this, right? You're old now. You're not. Most women can't get pregnant anyways, right? Most of them are gonna fucking die. A lot of them are on some type of medication, so they don't really care anymore. Think at that point, who fucking cares, bro? Just fuck without a condom. So they're gonna get STDs and all these other things. They're used to taking pills anyways. What's the point?
Is it still gonna be the same though? That's the crazy part.
Are you ever sad when your dick goes up?
Okay, for a guy, but I'm talking about like
Women get.
Women.
I feel like women get hornier as they get older. You know why?
yeah,
I feel like women reach their sexual prime
yeah,
at a later age because they stop giving a fuck. Like I feel like for us guys, at our peak prime is when we're young, right?
Yeah.
Because like testosterone hits our body and it's like, oh fuck. You have to figure out how to deal with the levels of testosterone because it's like it's just something that happens to our body. It's like, you know, it's something that we use to kill,
yeah.
you know what I mean? To use to hunt animals and
Yeah.
shit like that. It's literally like testosterone, super fucking powerful.
Yeah.
So as men get older, we start to decline in our prime sexual phases. But as women, right, as they're getting older, what happens? Well, when they're young, women have so many insecurities that they have to deal with.
Right.
So many factors like mentally that they have to deal with that they don't really think about sex because they have to think about all these other things. How do I look pretty? Oh my God, am I, you know, like all these things. So I feel like as women get older, their prime comes in a very later stage, especially after like 40.
Mm-hmm.
Some women say like at 30, they don't give a fuck anymore. And that's when they've had like the best sex of their life because they just don't care.
Yeah.
You know, they have kids now and whatever. They're
Right.
focused on their career. But a lot of it happens right around 40, 50 years old, whereas men start to drastically decline around 35, 40.
Yeah.
That's when, you know,
There's also-
PRT comes into play.
True. There's also a saying for like older women too. I don't. It's never been proven because you know, there's not really a way you can do a study about it.
Yeah.
But supposedly, old women they taste better.
Older women?
Yeah.
Really?
There's a saying that the older women taste better.
I've never heard of this.
Taste better than younger. I was like, I don't know. That's wild, bro. But who's gonna try to?
Do you think-
Who's
do
gonna
you-
try
do
to
you-
prove that?
Well, do you think maybe it's because they're like more in tune with their diet at that age, or you know what I'm saying though? Because like I feel like with young girls, they're like starving themselves because they want to look healthier. They have
Right, but at the
shittier
same
diet
time, it's
choices.
But who? I mean, I'm not trying to discriminate, but who? If you're a young male, who wants to go down on a older female? Realistically, you know what I mean.
I think there's hella younger guys that go on for older
But
women.
when I say older, I'm talking about like you're talking about like 50 plus. I'm
That's not old.
like 60s. It's not, that's when they're saying that they taste better or some shit.
I think that's more diet based. Because I think at that age you should be really watching what you're eating.
Or
Health
I
is the
mean-
factor.
or
What?
you think it's like steak. You age it. The longer it's
Don't
aged,
compare my fucking-
the
That's
longer
disgusting.
the longer the longer it's dry aged, the better it
Do
tastes.
not compare my dry aged steak to an older one.
That's
Dude, do
fucking
not.
disgusting,
Dude, don't
dude.
do that, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's still beef.
I mean, the only thing the only thing I could think about
It's dry aged roast beef,
the only
bro.
thing I could think about is, you know, they have their money now. They're well versed, and yeah, maybe the diets too, and maybe they're more invested on buying like stuff that can make them smell bad, like certain perfumes or pheromones. I could believe that, but I mean, the natural smell of an older woman, I don't know, man. It's kind of yeah.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know, man. Supposedly they taste better.
Is this a proven article or is this like a video you found on TikTok?
No, it's been like there was a
Because your sources are
well,
suspicious
it's
sometimes.
based on two sources. There was a forum about it, and then there was a video about how this what's it got?
Guys, pull it up and
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
stream it to the fucking thing.
Look up a video where I think a young person was talking about they talk about it, or like this older woman was talking about it too. or some shit like that. There's so many.
If an older woman is talking about, she's lying.
I know, but I'm saying I know. I
She's trying
know.
to sell herself.
I don't know, bro. But supposedly it's been a common thing, like among like. Just look it up.
I don't know, man.
Supposedly. I'm not saying it's true, but supposedly.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if Seabass can fucking pull it up. But I don't know, man. The whole steak reference is disgusting. By the way, that made me.
I love steak, man.
Yeah, he kind of just ruined it for me by saying that. Like it's fucking dry aged.
I love dry aged.
That's
Yeah, bro. The older women are dry aged steak, bro. They just get better as.
You know, it's funny because when I was on vacation in Mexico, I don't know if they did it wrong because I haven't had much dry aged steak, but I
can put input on that.
You know what I mean?
There's a dirty, dark secret with restaurant businesses.
Yeah.
Where they managed to find a way where they can implement the same taste of a dry aged steak and put it on a normal steak.
I see.
So it's not truly
a dry age.
It's not truly dry age.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful on some restaurants. You pay for it or they tell you it's dry age, but it's not really dry.
They trick you.
They trick you. Because realistically, for you to process all the meats, and if you're having a high what do you call it? High tempo of like clients and like restaurant, like guests and all that, it's hard to keep up. You would have to dry age your steak maybe 5 years in advance.
Did you hear about Elon Musk recently? He just partnered up with the Chinese.
Baidu?
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
That's gonna be interesting because we don't know what I mean.
I don't know, man. Fucking Elon Musk, Tesla's stocks have been skyrocketing downwards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the whole thing with the whole Cybertruck thing too. They're not releasing because I don't even think they're actually manufacturing it. So they manufactured a few, and then now they're just using influencers and high network individuals to like market that shit.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to re-hype it up again to where it's like now a luxury vehicle, and then they bring back the demand for it.
I mean, they lowered the price for recently the Model Y.
Yeah.
And that's the middle grade one, right?
Yeah.
And the Model Y,
the one Sun has?
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They downgraded to the point where not downgraded the vehicle itself, but they downgraded the price.
But they did that to all of the models though.
Not all of them, only certain models.
Yeah, but all of the standard models all got a price decrease.
Yeah.
Except for the Cybertruck.
But it's not like a big decrease. Yeah. But like the one for Model Y though was like 24,000.
Oh yeah, with the tax
That's
credit.
big.
Yeah, tax
plus the tax credit.
Yeah.
And then the other ones are like, they're only getting subtracted like 2,000 or 3,000.
Well, you can get a Model Y for like 24,000 now?
Yeah, you can
they're planning to reduce it to like 24,000.
Dude, the stocks are going down right now, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They were down the past 2 quarters.
You know why, right?
Yeah.
It's because the manufacturing automakers, they started fighting back.
Mhm.
Right.
They're like, fuck this. Why do we need EV? This is some fucking bullshit scam. And then the whole thing that happened within the courts, they're saying like, no, this is bullshit. It's not necessary to go electric like this.
Yeah.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. And then that's when everybody backfired, right? Like, and was like, nope, fuck that. Toyota was like, nope, we're not gonna go full electric.
Yeah.
We'll do hybrid.
Or I think they're working.
Mercedes.
Toyota's working on hydrogen. That's what they're working on right
Yeah, they were like, why would we go electric when we could just do hydrogen? It makes more sense. I think they already had hydrogen back in the day that they were already working on, and the plants shut down because it was
the guy died too.
Yeah, he died.
He died.
Right. Yeah.
But like the whole thing about Tesla with like Baidu, one of the reasons why that's so big is because Baidu has certain practical applications where they use technology for automizing, like auto driving for self-driving automation stuff like that. I forgot there's a term for it, but anyways, like with them partnering up with Baidu in China, they would implement that application of software or whatever, the technology into Tesla. So that's why they think that it's going to increase more up with it'll make it easier because it'll lessen the hardships for the company that their obstacles and all that shit that they're experiencing right now. So that way they can like pretty much outsource it to whatever that department is or something like that.
Do you think
it's pretty interesting?
Do you think Elon Musk is one of those people who will come up with a great idea, do the idea, but he won't complete the project? Because it seems like he has like a consistent thing.
Yeah.
That is he doesn't complete it, but he'll get himself into another project and he'll make it happen, but it's not like the greatest that it could be.
Yeah.
And it just seems like Elon Musk is like one of those guys that just keeps jumping from like one thing to another and another.
I mean,
But I mean, he knows how to develop a team, though. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's not shy about showing his failure. That's what I like about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've had faith in him since before. Dude, I used to have 100 shares of Tesla back in the day, and I bought it for like negative cents. Right?
Jesus.
I had 100 shares during that time, and then when it got to like 2017, it was like around $2 something, right? So it started increasing. If I had that money now with the 100 plus with the whole split, they split the company like 4 ways. They had
Yeah.
they had a merger or something, right?
Yeah.
And they split 4 ways. I would have had like around $300,000.
Damn.
That's
That's
good.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like that's how much it shot up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's still a pretty like
I
profitable.
feel like you would have way more money, realistically.
No, but that's like so with just the shares alone,
Yeah.
it was around 100. So I would have had like around 30 to 35,000 just the shares.
Yeah.
But since they did a merger where they split like 4 ways to a 2021
Yeah.
or whatever year it was or something like that, it pretty much compounded
Yeah.
over the years
Yeah.
plus the merger times 4 each one. So it was like around, I think I did the math. It was like around 300 something thousand. I forgot how much exactly, but it was
I
around.
feel like it would be more because it's just recompounding.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be walking away with millions of
Yeah.
dollars. I just wanted to make you feel bad.
Yeah. But,
No,
but
I think
that was 2000 like 16
Oh.
15.
and you're calculating out the 2016 prices.
No, I looked it up too, and then I was looking up the years over the years.
Oh, okay. So you even looked up the
And then you have to calculate the compounding interest,
Yeah.
and on top of that, you calculate when they did the whole splitting the merger and all that shit like that, where it pretty much doubled each for every share.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyways, that's a
Would you guys want to do like Neuralink? Have you seen the
hell
video
yeah.
have you seen the video how they do it?
You would do it?
Would I do it?
They drill
Yeah.
into your skull. Right? They take a drill and they drill into your skull. They remove the skin and the skull piece, which is like a pretty small fraction.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they take the Neuralink and then they what was it like brain the thread?
It's kind of like the
the
one
thread
show
in your-
from a Black Mirror. They
It's like they
Right.
take the threads inside your brain and then they hook it up into the Neuralink, and then it's supposed to just
they would use like
so
something
good.
about like nerve endings.
Yeah.
Sounds fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
there
The application for it is not meant for us currently. It's meant for he's aiming towards like paraplegics, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they can be able to like walk again.
yeah. That's
If you
crazy.
can train to like stimulate certain nerves that's been lost through people who've like
Do you think
lost-
that's just like the PR version of it though?
Oh, I mean, yeah. There's it's gonna be we're in a long way before we do like for general like us, for example. It's gonna be more for like medical, but the question is how much money is it gonna make? But honestly, if it ever does go what do you call it? Public again, the IPO and all that, I would totally invest into Neuralink.
But would you get Neuralink in like it
I'd be down.
installed in your brain?
You know, it's hard because you know the whole thing about we were talking about earlier about trust, right? With the
Yeah.
government. It's hard to put trust as let alone you're putting the whole thing in your stuff. And then on top of that, like a few episodes ago we talked about like the whole mark of the beast, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get into that with the whole religion thing, but there's always gonna be some big debates because it's very controversial.
it is.
And like what Elon Musk said, the next 50 years, it's gonna get fucking weird.
Yeah,
There's no way around it, dude. There's no way around it. Things are going to get better technology wise. It's going to get really interesting. No one would have thought 20 years ago that we would have internet and auto driving cars and shit, and then
Yeah.
you would trust that. And
I mean, technically, it was sold that we would have flying cars.
yeah, Back to the Future.
Right.
Yeah, they said we would have
like the Jetsons and all
Yeah.
that shit, right?
But-
Back to the Future. The idea was put out there,
right.
and it didn't reach those expectations. But I also think like it's good that we didn't reach it because that would be a huge advancement
Right.
on civilization that we're not ready for.
Right.
Like I'm sure somebody's created a fucking flying car. I'm sure there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
cure for cancer. I'm sure
Yeah,
for all
for
these
sure.
things, right? But
then
it's
they
just-
wouldn't profit from it. You know?
exactly. It's just not within the scope
Yeah.
currently, and it's not ready for real human civilization. Because like, dude, I watch. You ever watch like Y-Files?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy,
yeah.
the guy with the fishbowl, and he talks about all the government conspiracy.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the times he's always talking about these like aliens and advanced civilizations that we've had, right? You can't, for example, you can't think that we're the only one
For
that's
sure.
ever existed,
Exactly.
right? So
100%.
it makes you think like, okay, well, if Rome was able to build these advanced sewer systems at their time, And then how are there pyramids that were built with these giant fucking stones?
On a mathematical level too,
Right.
let alone
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then there's still so much stuff that's being uncovered to this day and
Yeah.
being hidden that it's like, there has to be some type of advanced knowledge that we are just not,
Yeah.
aware of just yet. I'm sure we're aware of it, but is it exposed to the public like that? No.
No.
Like, there's so
And
much shit.
I don't even if it were to be exposed, I don't think we're ready for it. Well, you know, technically, have you ever seen that Joe Rogan episode podcast where he had this guest where
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
I know
The
that
old white dude
is
that talks about, he's
But
the
it-
one that has the show on Netflix.
but he was talking about like how
Pyramid.
there's a classifications on civilizations, and right now we're currently on like 0.06 or some shit like a rough estimate.
Yeah.
Because there's like a class 1 civilization, class 2, and then so forth, right? And we haven't even broke. We're still considered a young,
Yeah.
we're still in our infant ages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know where I was going with it, but I had a good flow. But yeah,
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So like realistically, we're still really, really young,
yeah,
and we're not at the point of like advanced civilization. And then so like
to comprehend it.
Yes.
We're just not there yet.
so the theory of the Bible is that basically it's a book of knowledge, right? And that was left back. That was well, it's not exactly the Bible, but the Testaments, right? And all the the covenant, the art of the covenant. The ark
Ark of
ark, yeah, the covenant, whatever. Anyways, they're saying that the testaments and all these things were a book of knowledge from the previous civilization, basically leaving it there for us to use so that we don't kill ourselves. Because there's things that are just exist. Like,
Yeah.
why is math, right?
Right.
Why is letters, and why is things spoken the way that it is? Like, how did Latin roots become to be? And then now it's used in every, like, specific languages.
I mean,
You know
back
what I mean?
to what you're saying about like why is math? I think math has always existed no matter what. It's just we've uncovered it. You know what I mean? It's always been there. How do I explain this in a way?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's an unspoken rule that's like, hey, this is just how it works.
Right.
Was there a discovery for 1 + 1 is 2?
No, but we interpret it in a way where we use common sense where we like fuck, how do I explain this without
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's really
Yeah,
hard.
I get what you're trying to say. But like, you know,
It's just like what our buddy Prime would say.
yeah.
Is that these are just rules that have just existed in existence because that's just how it plays.
Right.
It's kind of like you play a new video game and then those are just the rules. Like, why are the mechanics like this? It just works that way.
Right.
So we're just going to operate that way. And then we just accept it into our life and we're saying, okay, well, that's just how it is. And then you kind of change things from here and there. Oh, maybe I won't go down road A and I'll take road B. And then my gameplay changes completely. Right.
Right.
Or I build this gun differently from that or my character. So it's, but the game mechanics is there. And
Right.
what I'm saying is those things exist because of, what?
Right. I mean, there's just so much going on in the world, and dude, honestly, we'd go so far ahead. I think with all the people that's higher ups, they're just scared for us to learn certain things. Like one of the old legends that like really fascinates me is you ever heard of the Library of Alexandria?
No.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So back then when Alexander the Great, when he's conquered all the lands, right?
Yeah.
There was a place where it's called Library of Alexandria. It had pretty much all like majority of the world's knowledge.
Mm.
And
Okay.
long story short, I'll get back into it. But long story short, I believe it was someone in the I think it was Julius Caesar. Correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's in the chat, but pretty sure it was Julius Caesar. They invaded and burned down the Library of Alexandria. So a lot of the knowledge in that library was completely lost. And it was going in a date, like some of the knowledge in that library dates back to like Egypt.
Damn.
So a lot of that shit's been burned down or taken that we don't know.
Yeah.
So, oh, there you go. It was the Library of Alexandria was in Egypt. That was during a time when like,
Wait, what? Can you say that again?
the Library of Alexandria. It was Julius Caesar. That was during a time when freaking Cleopatra was still alive.
Mm.
So something must have happened where there was a a downfall pretty much because they had a relationship, right?
Right.
And Alexandria, I guess people feared the knowledge that was in it. So Julius Caesar came there and burned the entire thing down.
Mm.
So it became a travesty pretty much.
Damn. Have you guys heard of the whole Tartarian
Yes.
civilization and stuff like that?
I think I've come across it
Yeah,
one time
we've
in a
talked about
documentary.
this
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. Basically, they're saying like there's like a whole lost civilization that like basically went under because of like the mud floods or whatever. Yeah.
Is that related to like the whole Mesopotamia type of thing? Like what's it called? That one ancient civilization? I'm not talking about Atlantis, but I'm talking about like freaking A, dude. I'm having a brain fart.
Have you heard that Atlantis is actually the city in the Atlantic or Antarctica?
Supposedly, but we haven't really
Well, it's
pinpointed.
well,
Yeah.
dude. All right, we want to get into conspiracy talk. I'm gonna ask you this: why is it that all of the greatest nations, all of the nations, have all agreed to not go there?
That's a very solid point. I don't know.
To not go to
Yeah, you can't
Antarctica?
enter there.
You can't. Well, technically,
You cannot.
I remember I was reading about you can still go, but it's under your own because it's mainly used for like science research outposts. You have to have permits, but it's not advised you can go there. You can't just go there with like a commercial plane. You have to fly out to somewhere that's
Yeah.
outside, let's say United States, and then you would get a plane from there to
Yeah.
Antarctica. But I mean,
But no one's ever been able to. But the local governments won't. Nobody is allowed to fly over it. Why?
because it's not advised. It's a tundra climate. For you to do that, you could possibly die. You might not survive with the whole temp climates if you don't have the proper gear. Let alone like,
But the same thing.
what are you gonna do
Same
there?
thing could be said about the jungle.
Yeah. Well, Yeah.
Why haven't they made certain jungles illegal?
I mean,
You know,
well,
like why specifically Antarctica? I mean, there's plenty of other tundras and like widespread of land that hasn't been like occupied, but we're able to go visit it whenever we want.
It's because they mainly use it for research in Antarctica.
Yeah, so that's like it's kind of weird though. I don't think the world's flat because I just think it's
Oh, you know somebody? Actually, I know somebody who thinks the world is flat.
really.
I met somebody.
I don't necessarily think the world's flat. But as far as like Antarctica goes, I do think something's probably being hidden there.
We just went from Antarctica and we talk about like the end.
Wait, why is the
There is some people who actually there's flat earthers.
Oh, yeah.
They're out there, man.
Well, because they were saying like Antarctica is not really Antarctica; it's a wall.
Mm.
It's
I
just a wall that goes all the way around, so that's why you can't go over there. That's what they're saying. The flat earthers are saying that. So they're saying like you can't go in Antarctica because it's just the wall, and that's why they don't let you go there. That's the flat Earth conspiracy theory of it.
I can't stand behind flat earthers, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
I
fucking sense.
I can't do it.
I'm sorry, my brain just can't process that. I just glitched out. I was what the fuck?
I had a flat earther friend. The way he described to me.
Keyword had.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to work at the casinos, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a really cool guy. I had nothing against him, but he showed me like this one stupid YouTube video that lasted like 15 minutes. It's not worth it. But then what got me is the way he defended the rebuttal with why is flat. And so he said something stupid, like stupid as shit, dude. Imagine if you had the shirt. Oh, sorry. He showed me like, those 2D maps where it shows the entire world.
Yeah.
If this is I swear to God, this came from him, right? If this is the entire world, right? And right here, what's behind it? And I'm like, it's supposed to be a spear, right? Because you're supposed to like that 2D, you're supposed to cut it. And when you cut it when you fold it to a certain point, it becomes a globe that we all know, right? But he thinks if that's the whole world, what's behind the freaking thing? And I'm like, dude, I wasted I lost brain cells.
So he thinks it's like a screen?
Dude, that's what he believes.
No, but I'm trying to understand the concept. Is it like a screen? Is
So
that what he thinks it is?
The moment that paper ends, that's the end of the world?
Dude.
So you just fall off.
It's not falling off. It's like he doesn't know what's behind it. And I'm like, dude, it's not about what's behind it. It's just a two-dimensional piece of like whatever the world is that we interpret, right?
Yeah.
Or like all the lands, whatever. But he's only looking at it from like on a small level. That's only meant because it's 2-dimensional, because it's easier to read. You can't just.
Yeah.
It's harder to look at a globe and you have to like spin it and look at it when you can just look at one flat
I
sheet of paper. Right?
Yeah, like if we were to look at it in real life, it's like
right.
Yeah.
So like he would show like, oh, like I have the shirt of like the world right here on my shirt. What's behind it though? I'm like, dude, that's not how it works, dude. Like, and that's how that's his.
Unless he's trying to say like what's inner Earth, like there's an inside Earth inside Earth,
right? But that's
like you know.
But that's what I'm saying. These people, that's how they defend their ideas.
So
you know what I mean? Like I have yet to find someone who's a flat earther that can give me like a really good,
like a legitimate,
like a give me a fucking good valid point where you can like tell me. You know what I mean?
There's a video. This guy, he calls out a flat earther because the flat earther reposted a video of a helicopter. I think you guys seen it. It was a helicopter flying along Antarctica, and all you see is a giant ice wall constantly going and going and going. Right.
Okay.
So in the video, it just looks like it's just a giant ice wall that just never stops. Right.
Yeah.
The guy who explained it called him out. Basically said, "Look, dumbass," pulls the globe out. Puts the globe on a table, and you see Antarctica. It's like a circle. He's like, it's a fucking circle. You go around it, it's gonna be a fucking circle. It's gonna look like it's going on forever, dumbass.
Yeah. Fair point.
And I'm like,
I get that.
Yeah.
Because at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, maybe there is a wall. I never been to Antarctica, you know. Like I'm told one thing and see some other thing. I'm like, maybe there's a giant wall. And then he called it out. I was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the helicopter's flying around Antarctica.
Yeah, if you circle it.
Yeah, if you circle it, you're gonna fucking think it's a giant.
Even if you were to go like over it.
Yeah.
At the end, eventually you'll just go back into water or land.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It just you'll be on. Yeah, so it makes sense. But it's fucking yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, look at this dumbass.
No, but they said that like inside, if you were to go over Antarctica, you'll see green eventually. So it's you go through ice, you go through this tundra of fucking shitty weather, storm, whatever, and then you get to just green. You know what I mean? Ecosystem, everything's green, beautiful.
Have they explored that area?
Have they?
Probably have. That's probably why they don't want to talk to us.
They've been doing that shit for like since before the 30s.
Yeah, some conspiracies were saying like that's the area where it's like that's how you get into like center Earth or whatever.
Yes. But there's also been a lot of talk about how if you believe in like the Anunnakis and stuff like that their advanced civilization such as like Atlantis and stuff like that would be there.
Yeah.
And that's why there's an agreement between the advanced human alien race, whatever they are, and the human slave race that, hey, we cannot cross this. And then there was also, I was watching one of the episodes from Wi-Fi, and he was talking about how they agreed to that and to abductions and stuff, alien abductions and stuff like that. If the government or if the government would agree to basically they would give people away for abduction so they can test our species and experiment on them, but in trade they would give us knowledge of how to use certain resources. So like they didn't know how to use titanium, right? A human civilization didn't know how to use it. So what they did was they traded, but they'd had to give them a list of names of people to trade them with. Now I don't know.
This was on Wi-Fi?
This is on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you sent me that episode. I need to check this.
Yeah, it was a recent episode. I just watched it.
Oh, is it the tall whites?
Yeah, the tall whites.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were just talking about the tall whites, and that was here in Nevada. He said that it was kind of based here. It was a situation here in Nevada. Anyways, Nevada's fucking weird.
Yeah,
there's the Area 51 and all these things. Anyways, so I should make an alien shirt.
Yeah,
that should just be like one of our T-shirts at this point. Because like we talk about conspiracies.
I mean,
talk about aliens.
Yeah, true.
Science stuff.
Anunnaki.
But it's like hard. Like, how do you place an Anunnaki? What do they look like? Like, what do you place advanced human civilization like?
Yeah.
Isn't it the same? I thought I could have sworn Anunnaki was the same symbol what they use in Egypt with the eye. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it?
There's just so many things because they were saying like the Sphinx was
like the whole thing on our American dollar bill with the triangle and all that shit. Like
But that they said that
the eye.
Yeah, they said that that's also like Illuminati,
Yeah.
right? So,
They're also saying the real Egypt is in the U.S., not in Egypt.
Wait, what?
Yeah. There's another conspiracy theory that Egypt is not actually Egypt. America's actually Egypt, but it's
Huh?
done that way on purpose to fool a lot of people.
Why?
And that's why there's a lot of that's why there's a lot of
does that mean that America or that Egypt is America? Could be.
Ugh.
well, they were just
I
saying
feel like that's
like for example, like with the Grand Canyon, like there's a certain areas in Grand Canyon you're not allowed in because they have tunnel. They say it's for your safety, but
I've
there's
heard about those
artifacts
things.
and other things found in there,
Yeah, I've heard of all.
and they're finding they're finding artifacts in Grand Canyon that belong or that seem like it would come from Egypt, but it doesn't make sense. The timeline, basically.
The correlation.
Yeah, the correlation behind it. And there's other places in the U.S. as well. I can't remember. I just remember Grand Canyon because that's the biggest one.
right.
But there's other places they found like temples where they were able to find like Egyptian artifacts and stuff like that.
I mean, if you look back in all the different civilizations, there's always going to be some
Ancient
artifacts, where it'd be the Mayans, Cambodians. What else?
Cambodians.
Yeah, there's like structures where it dates back, where it can be equivalent to like how they were structured, like certain symbols, I guess. And they're tying back how like places in Africa, Asia, South America. Sorry, South America, and
Yeah.
like parts of like Central America also as well, where they would date back, where it dates back to Egypt, where it's it's crazy similar, but like the problem is they're not able to figure out like these civilizations were either miles apart. How were they able to do it? There's similarities, but how are they able to do it? That's the trick question. That's kind of like
Oh, with the pyramids, you're saying?
just everything in general, like with art, the architecture, how it was
How
built,
everything was similar.
how it was
Exactly.
built, the math.
That's what I'm
the
saying.
math of it. It's like
That's-
it doesn't make sense when these people are either ages apart or miles apart.
I think
or both.
The problem with that, right, is that we view it as like these ancient civilizations weren't advanced.
Right.
Like they didn't have like a network of agreements.
Yeah.
We just think, oh, they were out to kill each other and stuff like that because of the history that we've been taught,
Right.
right? But these new theories that are coming out basically saying that it was a united front.
Right.
You know, like one person would travel. So like the what's his name? Tao or some shit like that. The guy that basically stole the Ark of the Covenant, he basically took it and was teaching different civilizations how to build a pyramid because it harnessed energy.
Mm.
It was able to harness resources, right? So that's how it was that's the story of
Yeah.
how pyramids were able to travel from one place on Earth to the other, and then how it basically scattered everywhere because it
Right.
was like being spread. It was just being shared.
Right.
Yeah.
He basically taught them, hey, this is how you create masonry, and these are the science behind it.
Mm.
So there's just, but we're dumb to those things because public school doesn't fucking teach you any of these histories, you know. Even nothing really teaches you these histories. It just teaches you how to be a slave for the fucking working man, right? That's a whole other episode that we can go into realistically.
Yeah.
But
Well, that was also another reason, like with all those examples and stuff like that. But another reason they're saying America's Egypt is because like the money. There's all these like Egyptian references and stuff like that.
so
Well-
there's none on any other dollars
Is there?
and any other monies? I don't know.
I just think. I mean,
I shall find out right now.
that's a really interesting point, but I just think we idolize certain things from other civilizations that we what do you call it? Adopt. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's.
I see what you're saying.
I think that's what it is, to be honest.
I think we're on the terrorist watch list.
Yeah.
There's a new terrorist watch list that like for social
Aims.
media and for like words and stuff like that. And I was like, oh,
That's all of us.
we're for sure on the terrorist watch list.
I mean, TikTok's been on that
America.
fucking TikTok.
They're saying anyone that says revolution, anything that says like anything Republican wise or like, you know, American wise is considered terrorist and all those other things. And I'm like, damn.
Terrorist Asians, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, why do you think they want to ban TikTok so bad?
Yeah.
There's been such a free range of people exposing certain
true.
things.
Yeah.
And I get it. We can all debate this all day about the whole, yeah, it's China.
You don't. Let me
No, but he
country.
says that
I get it,
but he said
like,
he was Singaporean, not Chinese.
right. I get that. But I'm just saying the app in general, it's Chinese, right?
Yeah.
But like, I get the high.
But that doesn't make any sense though.
But it doesn't.
Because fucking, there's so many other apps on the App Store that are Chinese. Like Facetune is Chinese, but they're not. But they're not banning that. Spotify, PUBG is a huge gaming platform.
Yeah.
Discord is owned by fucking Tencent Gaming, which is also Chinese. They're not banning any of those things.
Right.
They're only banning TikTok, which is,
it's like double standard. I think.
it is.
But they don't want people talking about it.
Yeah.
Because they're not able to manage it and shut them up.
Exactly.
Dude, have you seen what's been going on TikTok though? Now because of all the legislation, all those laws being passed.
Yeah.
TikTok's pushing
The new app.
No, not pushing the new app.
Okay.
What I've noticed, at least as far as my algo goes, they've been pushing more.
There's a new app.
I'll mention after.
Yeah. So the fucking TikTok. Sorry, I had to rewind my mind.
The algo.
Yeah, the algo on my algo is basically showing how it's playing and explaining how the government voting system everything works.
Nice.
I've noticed that shit been popping up on my
Really?
that's
interesting.
FIP lately a lot.
Send me that shit.
Yeah, I will. It's just been random ass videos though. It's like random, and I've noticed even one they're saying like
Just post it to this video.
yeah, I'll post it over here. There's even one video. I think it was a celebrity. She looked familiar, and it wasn't like another
Roseanne Barbs.
No, it wasn't Roseanne Barber. it was a I forgot who it was. But
Imagine Roseanne explore like
God.
just fucking dude. She's a fucking political fighter though. But anyways, you were saying something about the new TikTok.
Yeah. So this is pretty much a clapback for TikTok because they're all banning, right? And you're talking about all these people are like rallying like Instagram, pretty much all the Americans, right? And so they're creating this app that's pretty much the equivalent of Instagram, and I forgot the name of it, but it's pretty much an Instagram version for TikTok.
Damn.
it's called TikTok Notes or something.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, TikTok Notes.
Damn.
It's gonna compete with like Instagram and
I love
every
it.
fucking thing.
I fucking love this.
So even if you ban fucking TikTok, we have TikTok. We have this
Yeah.
the note.
Well, the owner even
And it's a whole different.
whoever the CEO of TikTok, he said, "I'd rather shut down than sell."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, fuck
he's
that.
like, "I'm not gonna close. I'd rather shut down than sell it."
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't.
I TikTok, that dude I just got way more respect for that dude.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna back down from the American bullies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like realistically, we can't trust the government anymore. This is the reality. We've come across this all during COVID, and now with social media platforms like TikTok, and because like if you go on YouTube, they have banned everything now. YouTube is now like a fucking super controlled thing. We saw the revolutions where Elon Musk came back onto Twitter, and he basically said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna let everybody do whatever the fuck they want on Twitter," right?
Yeah.
But then he started censoring, Kanye West and stuff like that every once in a while.
Well,
But TikTok allows you to
Yeah. No one's
basically talk about
TikTok, yeah.
anything besides porn. Like, of course, there's children on the platform. They're gonna have to get rid of porn,
Yeah.
right? Child pornography is always one of those things that's like everybody's extremely careful of.
right.
But that's the greatest thing about TikTok. The freedom of information flows, whether it's real, there's no real fact-checking bullshit. You have to do it yourself,
Yeah.
right? And then other people jump on these things and they tell their theory, and then it just becomes fucking
Big old conversation.
yeah. And then it exposes so many conspiracy things already. So many things have been fucking,
Confirmed,
yeah.
basically. Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. I love that. I'm not a huge advocate of using TikTok either.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because it's an Asian app, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things like if we give information, but at this point, do you think the US is actually really winning this battle or no?
Hell no.
I mean, end of the day, all they're trying to do is fucking. It's not even the government. I honestly don't think the government has an issue. It's honestly just Facebook and Instagram. They're noticing a drop in their fucking money or whatever. They're using analytics. They have analytics. Then you probably see a drop in, and they see an increase in TikTok's analytics.
So you think it's
I think I honestly believe 100% it's a fucking corporation saying this, and that's why they gave them the option sell, or
I think it's
get rid of it.
But I think it's both though. Like because like government politicians are invested into these major fucking fuck, I can't think right now. App development companies, right? Or
Right.
corporations. they're heavily invested.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to get rid of corruption in the government, all politicians should not be able to get to purchase stocks or have any of those things.
Oh yeah.
Right. And if they ever ruled that, I think that would be great. But corporations like BlackRock and all these things buying up real estate, they have control of the media by buying all these broadcast stations
And
and
using
exactly.
TV personalities like Don Lemon.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
crazy.
It's fucking stupid, and especially when they ask like stupid ass questions.
This shit just fired me up. But
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think it has anything to do with the government. It's just the corporations.
it is the government.
I think it's both,
Well,
dude.
all right. Now here's the other.
That's the other conspiracy.
Here's the other thing I was actually thinking about, and this actually came to my head recently. Whether it is or not, I think the government. All right.
Corporations are
I
government.
think the government's trying to become like the government's basically running like a corporation.
It is.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
It's
It's
basically
already
a
been like
fucking
that.
corporation. Like
It's-
It's the modern day. It's the modern day mafia.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's exactly what happened in Vegas. That they just took it to a different field. They became a legitimate player in the game because
Yeah.
they learned how to work the fucking system.
Right.
Yeah, there are still people out there that are like, there are still real justice heroes in our system that are trying to find the corrupt and serve them justice.
Yeah.
But it's hard because they know how to play the game. Remember how I was talking about the fucking red tapes that police officers and like
Yeah.
all these government institutes, 3-letter agencies have to go through? But like if you and I were to start a crime fighting podcast and we started to fucking just focus on those things without any red taping, right? I guarantee we'd be able to solve these issues way faster without having to deal with all the stuff that these agencies have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
That just reminded me because there is like these. I forgot the name of the channel. There's these two guys, right? Their whole base of the channel is to find missing people.
Yeah.
And with these missing cold cases where these agencies could
Mhm.
not find it, these two guys alone are finding the missing bodies
Yeah.
of these.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm
It's
talking
just
about?
fucking crazy.
It's crazy to me, bro. And it's only two dudes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like the resources that they have? They're not as
Yeah.
they're limited.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what you've said, no matter if they're high income, whatever. But for them to do that, and these agencies can't even do that
Because it's
themselves,
red tapes.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
It's yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. You know, it's fishy to me, man. Like
I mean, that's why we see a lot of even like a lot of the pedophile channels. I've been seeing quite a few of those.
Pedophile channels?
Yeah, pedophile channels where they go around catching pedophiles.
Oh, I was like,
I was,
no.
I'm
You
like,
gotta
dude, I'm like, yo, bro.
I'm like, whoa.
All right, let me clarify myself.
Clarify this.
There's
shit.
a lot of channels that I've been seeing lately, like
Oh.
YouTube, on YouTube, that they go hunting pedophiles.
Yeah, okay.
All right, just so we clear.
Yeah,
I had a what the fuck? He's like, dude, why do I know you? Like,
yeah. No, I get it. I get it. No, it's like the dude that Vitaly and all those.
Yeah. Like they're literally going to these chat rooms and fucking finding these pedos and
Yeah.
freaking knocking them out, going to their house, knocking on their door, setting up fake dates, and literally putting these guys like into
Yeah.
place, you know. And I guess it's the same thing. Like I've been like what you guys were talking about, but just different, you know. Like a lot of people are just getting sick of shit and they're trying to take shit in their own.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
that's
is.
one of the reasons why that
You know?
on that one platform, what do you call it? Omegle
Yeah.
got down because pretty much pedophilia and all that.
Really?
And- Well, I mean, honestly, I can vouch for it because one of the reasons why I hated Omegle at the end of it,
Yeah.
I used to enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
I've done Omegle before, like
Yeah.
for shits and giggles. And there's other apps that were trying to copy Omegle. Anyways, because like one time I used to live with you, we were doing like Halloween,
Yeah.
and we were just doing bullshit videos.
Yeah.
But Omegle, it's a free range of
Oh, I see.
all types of people. There's no
Yeah. I know.
there's no censorship. And the reason why I used to love it, but then I hated it because I came across a fucking sick ass video, dude. And it was pretty much
Sick as in dope or sick as
no
disgusting?
sick bad.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. Like pretty much like it showed a grown ass adult with
With a
un-
child.
with an underage,
Damn, that's fucking.
extremely underage, bro. I'm talking about like extreme.
Yeah.
I and what pissed me off is because you can't control it. You can only control it by either skip it,
Yeah.
and if you stay on it, I feel like it's poisoning me, man.
Yeah.
It's like
No, it is fucked up.
you know what I mean? It's like and I can't do anything. You can't report the person. The only way you can do it is if you got like some hacker
Mhm.
that can trace I don't know the freaking IP address. I don't know.
Address, yeah.
Or some shit like that, right? But by the end of the day, it's still there.
Yeah.
And the guy, this sick fuck, is pretty.
That's but the problem with that is that it's always gonna be floating around the internet. Because I remember when when
but-
Twitter turned to X, I remember searching, like just like trying to figure out like what's going on, just browsing around. Because I was like, what the fuck is X, right? I wasn't sure. I haven't had Twitter in like since high school.
right.
Downloaded it, played around with it, got into the explorers, and then guess what? I find that fucking content too, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo. So first thing I did was report it, right, and then I exit the fuck out of it.
Right.
But I was like, how do you control a free media, right, where there's no censorship, right? And then how do you get rid of that?
Right.
But I think with TikTok, they're doing a great fucking job because of that, because it's very limited censorship. But
they can still do the point where they can still censor to a limit.
exactly
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're actually getting rid of like that, because I haven't come across that at all on
And
TikTok at all.
and they can trace you too.
Yeah,
There's
which
been
is good.
there's been people who've been arrested for doing stupid ass videos, like criminal videos,
Really, that's good.
and then they would catch them like maybe like because they would go viral, right? Of course, when you see something that's
Yeah.
for 1.7 million views, they're bound to be showing the face. All you would need is a face, maybe the name. If
All those
better,
fucking Kia boys. Fuck
Yeah,
those
dude.
guys.
fucking crazy, bro. And so
Have you guys heard of the Kia boys?
No, I haven't.
it's familiar, but no.
It's those fucking kids that are in rural areas, basically doing crazy shit in Kias in public like spaces, like
Oh, really?
in school zones.
What the fuck?
Like what
Like
crazy shit?
they just do stupid. It's literally like young kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what they do is they have a Kia, because they're called. That's why they're called Kia boys. They'll steal it
Yeah.
or whatever, and then they'll drift around in like school zones and shit. Like while school's active or coming out, they just do crazy shit in neighborhoods, in public areas, just because they're fucking wild. Literally, they're flying down public roads, going 100
Yeah.
at running through red lights, like they're just and shooting people. It's fucking crazy.
Shooting people
Yeah,
too?
that's wild.
They just shoot
Jesus.
guns in the air and shoot at buildings and
What the
shit.
fuck?
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
like this whole movement. I don't think it's like a big thing anymore, but it was like just this 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You guys never heard of the Kia?
I mean, no, it sounds familiar. It's just, man, I don't know. This new generation, there's so many people, these
Young,
degenerates, man.
yeah,
I don't know.
usual suspects.
It's just
Yeah,
yeah.
It's just crazy, man.
this youth. I don't know. It's just the youth.
I heard there's man, there's so much dumb shit going on.
Yeah, freaking like zombies now.
You
fucking
can
Vegas
literally
and
just
shit.
point at anything.
Oh yeah, what is that zombie shit? Anyways,
Yeah, I feel I didn't research into it, but I feel like it's a fentanyl case.
I looked
Gotta
at,
be a drug
I read into it. So it's a guy from Russia.
Oh,
He's the one that got arrested and stuff like that. But he just said he was going in and out of consciousness the whole time.
and he just tackles. He's decided to tackle somebody and eat his
That's
face.
his excuse. That's his excuse.
like some new bath salt shit. But
Maybe, but he said during the whole thing he was conscious, but he was in and out of it though. He said like during the whole time,
like, was he drugged or?
Had to be, bro.
possibly.
I've seen videos like back to you were saying about the bath salt and shit, right?
Yeah,
And fucking, dude, I saw a video. One guy, this guy was like running straight on, at least going like at least 50 miles an hour. Maybe, man,
running at 50 miles an hour.
no, like maybe
Like
like
fast as
maybe,
fuck,
maybe,
boy.
maybe like 10 miles an hour, but fast, really fucking. I don't know. He's fucking fast, right?
yeah.
And he went straight head on to the back of a car. It was like, it looked like a hatchback. He crashed into the rear window, unfazed, got back out of the car, dude. And you can even look up the video, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's an old ass video.
I've seen
Old ass
motherfuckers.
video.
I've seen motherfuckers on drugs get hit by a car, get up and just walk away like it's
Yeah.
fucking nothing.
It's crazy, bro. Like especially bath. I don't know what bath salt is, but fuck.
What the fuck is bath salt? It's synthetic some shit, right?
Bath salt, there's a certain compound in it, right? I forgot what it was, but pretty much it gives you like, it's pretty much like an up. It's like pretty much like treated like a
Yeah,
meth.
it's like
meth.
it's like a PCP,
Yeah.
probably, because
And-
PCP fucks you up, man. That's not some
And
serious shit.
People were just inhaling it and eating it.
That's fucking crazy.
But now we're like having this whole fentanyl trend where pretty much is like either it's laced with some shit and now it's like eating their people's skin and
Yeah.
like bacteria.
Hey, what do you think about bringing on a couple of DEA agents onto the pod, talk about fent?
I'd be down. I gotta do more research into it.
Be down with that?
I'd be down.
Yeah, we met them like at the event.
Yeah, I was there.
So I was thinking we'll bring them. We'll go there, set up early, and then schedule
Okay.
for them to do like a 30-minute chat with us or something.
Okay.
30 minutes to an hour, and
Be
just
That'd be cool.
learn about like what's crazy, what's like, because the only thing that we really know is like what we hear in the news, which is shit fucking media, and then movies, which are like overly Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right. So like, let's see what the real is with fucking DEA.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? You know what I
I am
mean?
down for that.
The EA conversation would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Like, you guys get to try the drugs too?
I
How do you know it's real?
Do you guys have samples?
mean, probably they have like test strips or something
Yeah.
nowadays. It's not
I
like
mean,
movies.
fentanyl's not really a new drug anyway.
No, fent is really bad, dude. Like if like
It's used in surgical procedures. It's just
if you
been
touch
abused.
fent bare hands,
Yeah.
like too much of it, you'll fucking
Yeah.
But that's because only fentanyl has been laced with like different other compounds, I think. Because fentanyl is still used in medical practice.
yes,
But they use a small dose, don't they?
tiny dose.
But it's like very
Fraction.
it's very specific dose for specific people.
Yes.
That's monitored by professional doctors.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. But the way people are doing it now, they're cutting fentanyl, and like how they would do like cocaine, they would cut like dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I forgot if there was an article back.
It used to be like baby powder or baby laxatives
Yeah.
and flour, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like fucking just fent because it's cheaper, gets you high as fuck.
It's like back in the day when there was a surge with cocaine, they were bleaching it,
Yeah.
like stuff like they were like putting bunch of shit, dude.
Yeah. Because like real coke is not bad for you.
Like organic?
Yeah,
coke?
like real cocaine. Like, but what
Back
happens?
then
is-
they put in Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because it was like they used it as an anesthesia,
Like
it was like for numbing and stuff
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
that. It was like a lidocaine, right?
right.
Yeah.
But then what happens is, this is what happens when one medication becomes world revolution and changing of the industry, right? Like fent was revolutionary. It was strong. You only needed a tiny little bit just to numb the pain of your patients, right?
Right.
Somebody takes it and they fucking multiply it, and then they use it for the wrong purposes, and then now it becomes like a huge problem. That's why
Yeah.
cocaine became a huge fucking problem.
Ecstasy,
Ecstasy became a huge thing because
MDMA.
MDMA, and then became ecstasy because they started cutting it differently and stuff like that. And then now it's a fent issue.
Yeah.
So it's like it's always going to be something that keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
The biggest suppliers, we all know it's overseas. That's the fact. Everything goes overseas now. Mexico got a hold of it. The cartel made it a huge thing. China is the primary supplier of it or manufacturer of it. Crazy.
Oh,
man.
yeah. That shit gets deep. That's a whole rabbit.
But
hole.
I'm excited to talk to the DEA about this shit.
Yeah. They'll have for sure the better answers.
Yeah.
And direct
and
answers.
direct, accurate answers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like us bullshitting.
Yeah. But
I did my research. How much you want to trust that?
But that's the whole point of that's the whole beauty of it. You can always exchange ideas
Yeah.
because
It's like TikTok.
you're trying to get the idea out there so
Mhm.
you can educate people more on a better level.
Yeah, it's not my fucking fault they take it to the T.
Yeah.
Like they should go and do research, right? It's like when you listen to something on a fucking podcast, you just listen to the fucking
Right.
person, or you search up
Yeah.
and do a little bit more research. Like, oh shit.
It's like the whole same thing with like Joe Rogan. People hate on him which I get their point, but at the same time, it's like, dude, you're accountable for your own fucking thing. Why would you believe full-heartedly with one person?
Like the ivermectin thing.
Yeah, just everything.
You know who should
He's-
start?
he's done-
You know who should start taking accountability?
Who?
The government.
Oh,
They should start taking accountability because they're like women.
Yeah.
They're basically like women. It's their way, no way. And then when they're wrong, it's still their way or no way.
Mm.
all the women is
Yeah.
comment
You guys are
below.
basically like a government. The government's fucking unaccountable.
Say that again, Henry.
Comment below, woman.
Why is my camera acting all
I don't know.
Woman.
Do you agree with Seabass? Ladies.
No, they're not gonna agree with me. They're not accountable.
Oh God. These guys are sexist.
Hey, the prisoners in the show, Open Door aren't accountable either.
So funny.
They're not accountable?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they're.
I mean, they didn't count. They didn't take
I mean, they're criminals still.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're still criminals, regardless.
So you're saying that criminals aren't accountable for their own actions?
I mean, they make mistakes.
Yes.
They're
Siri agrees that prisoners. She just answered.
She's like,
She just answered, dude.
you know. But I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm just saying like.
No, but it's true though. I think a lot of the people, going back to the very first subject, a lot of the prisoners are not accountable of their actions, and
Yeah.
that's
you know, that's what I'm starting. That's what I'm starting to realize. People that are not accountable, and I'm not just talking about individuals, anyone that's not accountable.
it's very hard to be.
It's very hard. Yeah, exactly.
It's very hard. That's why the people who are like very successful, because they keep accountable of all of their actions and everything.
Yeah.
Those people deserve everything. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what makes us. That's a good thing about being human. You know, we make mistakes. Hopefully, we don't make too much bad mistakes. But that's how you learn from it. That's how you develop as a good character. I've definitely had my fair share. But
So is our society falling apart due to the lack of accountability?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
And terrible parenting.
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, I was just trying to see like the source of everything. I'm like, accountability is the source of everything.
Well,
If you think about it, since COVID happened, every major drama that's either been on YouTube or in the world is for lack of accountability.
Yeah.
Like the whole red pill phase, it was because women were lacking accountability.
Yeah. Still.
And then some, and then all these other things, and then the government lacking accountability, prisoners lacking accountability.
Isn't that just crazy? Like, if you really think about the fact that like during COVID, there was this huge shift of like male versus female.
Yeah.
Like crazy how like social media and like literally the world literally got into this whole debate between like men and women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of what was portrayed and like popularized and trending on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like even to this day, like there's still that. I wanted to talk. Have you guys seen the trend recently that's basically going on? Like these girls are like publicly stating, which I'm okay with, right? Because they're putting their intentions out there, but they're publicly stating that they don't do 50-50s. Have you guys
I've seen
these?
some videos. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What is this whole thing, dude? I don't know.
It's a whole thing with the whole sprinkle.
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 What?
What?
Sorry, drizzle. Sorry. Isn't sprinkle for the guys?
Drizzle.
Are you talking about Soft Guy Summer?
Yeah, soft guy area
Yeah.
is we say drizzle, right?
Yeah, it's Drizzle. Yeah.
Yeah, so that came from when the woman's side before that came out was like sprinkle.
Oh, so women were saying sprinkle. So as in like,
Yeah, so
if you're not doing 50-50 or doing all this for me, then it's.
Yeah, we didn't start that, bro. The whole drizzle thing wasn't.
Oh, so that was a response to that.
It was a response to the whole sprinkle.
What is the sprinkle?
I thought you.
Now explain sprinkle because I know drizzle.
Sprinkle. It's the same concept as what we said on the last episode, but like how, you're in your bad, say like bad bitch area, for example,
Yeah.
right? Where if he doesn't pay, there is no 50-50. You pay all of it, etc. I'm not gonna go deep into it, but that was the whole thing where a lot of these women were like, oh, like they'll say whatever point they want to say, and they'll be like, oh, sprinkle, and it became a huge trend. This is the whole thing with the 50-50. That's part of it, right? And then that's when guys had enough.
They're saying the soft boy.
They created the software era, and they're like, oh, drizzle.
Oh.
Or no, sorry, drizzle. Like,
Yeah.
This trend makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah. I thought you knew that.
No, I hell didn't know that.
That's where it came from. Sprinkle.
I just saw Soft Guy Summer or whatever, and I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? And then I read it, I'm like, oh, I kind of see it. But now it makes a lot more sense.
Sorry, I'm on social media. I know it's a bad thing, but
It's cool, man. We need a social media.
I mean, sorry.
We need somebody like you, dude, because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Dude,
I can't keep up.
once TikTok gone, I'm like,
But people are getting crazy on this. They're creating devices now where you can scroll now on TikTok, like for example, TikTok store.
yeah.
I mean, that's too much.
What, scroll for you?
No, like you'll have it's like they put this thing where it's on TikTok Shop where it's a ring, and let's say instead of you having to always like scroll up, whatever,
Yeah.
the new reel, and I'm like, I feel like you're just getting sucked into it more by having this damn thing. Like, take a break.
What is it, like a button?
It's like pretty much a Bluetooth button. You connect to your phone, and whenever you do your TikTok, you just do this.
Hey, you know,
easier. It's you can lay down. You could
Oh, it's,
yeah, dude. It's like
so it's like a remote.
it's a remote. Yeah,
Wow.
remote where you can like change channels. But I'm like, dude, that's too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
maybe
That's
maybe it's
hardcore
made for
addiction.
TikTok TV.
That's too much addiction.
No, but it's the same thing for scrolling. Same thing. You could use it for YouTube Shorts for the same thing.
Oh, really?
That's just too much addiction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just to me, it's like I feel like you're just embracing it. And me, I get it. I've been guilty like a few times where I've got.
But I get it though.
I get it.
I get it. It's like
get it.
it's like it. But think of, all right. I'm gonna play a devil's advocate here. So it's like if you had no remote and you had to walk up to your TV and change it, like using the dial, like back in the day.
Yeah,
Or you have a remote now, and then you can sit back and chill and fucking
exactly.
watch your content.
But dude, you don't understand. People can get lost.
I know,
Eh,
but that's what I'm saying though.
and that's just one app.
But that's what I'm saying. There's like TV addictions.
Yeah,
But
for
like,
sure.
but it's also a convenience thing. So like,
It's a
you,
hot-
you can get sucked into TV for hours, endless hours, right?
But I feel like the TV thing could be is better than fucking 10-second each time.
But TikTok videos are longer now,
Yeah.
aren't they? Don't they go up to like
They can
20
go
minutes?
they can go up to like 1 minute. Yeah, well, if you do live, if you do like the whole like recording and all that.
Is it
posting.
15 minutes now, or what is it?
I think you go up to like half an hour
Are
now.
you sure?
Really? God damn.
I
You
think.
watch
Well, I
full on
mean-
movies?
I mean, I don't know, man. For me, I feel like if I was gonna do something like that, if I was to choose the lesser of two evils, I'd rather watch a movie than
That's true.
people can literally scroll all day.
Yeah.
Literally, there's people out there that can scroll.
Well,
all
that's
day.
why TikTok has a thing that it notifies you if you've been scrolling for an hour. It tells you to get off.
Oh, that's
Really?
A good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I've never had that.
Done. Scroll. Done.
Damn.
Jesus. Yeah.
Wait,
I'm like,
you-
damn.
You said 1 hour? You sure? I've scrolled on TikTok for an hour one time. I didn't realize.
Jesus.
You
But I
probably-
never, but I never,
All
I
right,
never
but
had
they
the-
do it a very smart way.
Wait,
Wow.
what?
They make it seem like an ad. You've been scrolling for a while now. You should probably put it down.
Really?
But it's like someone like doing it, so
And
you,
then
you
you-
can't tell
so you
if
can
you're just
scroll back.
swiping.
It's,
Yeah.
it's straight up a black
If you
mirror.
keep swiping, you can't tell. But if you actually listen to the ad, it says, "Hey, you've been on it for an hour. You should probably go it off.
Damn.
We love you on." Or it says in a nice way, but it says in a way where if you're not paying attention,
Yeah.
you won't
just
pick it
missed
up.
That's
just
crazy.
An hour, okay, whatever, fucking swipe it.
Wow.
But I caught it because it was late before I went to bed and I couldn't sleep, so I just kept swiping. And
Yeah,
then
dude.
after an hour, it popped up, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Then I did it again
Yeah.
for another hour, not the same day, but another hour. And then it happened again, and I was like, "Oh,
It's
they're
telling-
trying to tell you, get the fuck off TikTok."
It's kind of hard because I get attached to these fucking like
Yeah.
let's say specific type of videos. Like that
Yeah.
one guy, that Chinese guy,
Mm-hmm.
where he just makes fucking crazy shit out of nothing. Like
No, that.
Tofu, Tofu, he's in China or some shit. He's like he buys like it's like a stupid Chinese.
He's a
song.
cooking
Yeah,
guy?
he's a cooking guy. He's also a handyman. Like, dude, I swear to God, bro,
Real Chinese.
that's how bad I was. I was like, dude, because that one song comes in ding 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding ding ding, and then
Yeah.
fucking, I'm watching a guy build a new fucking window, dude. I'm like, wait, what are you gonna do? You have no nails? What do you? And he makes shit out of nothing, bro. Like, what?
Yeah,
You're gonna eat that? And I get sucked into it, dude. Made a fucking whole new fucking window. I'm like, I'm just like, this intrigues me, man. I can't help it.
Yeah, for the reason for me, I can
Dude.
stay on TikTok. See, Instagram, I can't stay on there long, and it's
Yeah.
It
because
gets
it's
toxic.
too much.
it gets too
toxic, yeah.
toxic. I'm like, this is way too much.
Yeah.
But,
But
TikTok,
TikTok is entertaining.
I can stay on there, but it's because my algo also is all about like informative stuff.
Yeah.
News, conspiracy theories and shit.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
like me
same.
watching TV.
Yeah. It makes
For an hour.
or like scrolling old YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like old YouTube. Yeah. Where it's
Dude, I
actually
love
like
old YouTube.
Yes,
Dude, I miss old YouTube. It's not the same
Yeah,
anymore, bro.
no.
I swear, YouTube is like getting to the point where it's like it's not the shit.
Yeah.
It's not the shit. It's not.
I still watch shorts though. I mean,
Yeah, shorts is good because it's similar to TikTok and Instagram Reels,
yeah.
right? Dude, did you know Pornhub now has shorts?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, crazy.
The attention span of people who nut.
I could never do that. I don't think
What, scroll through shorts?
Pornhub shorts?
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
All right, so check this out.
I don't get the idea of it.
So I was on Reddit, right? And
Maybe I'm just old school.
so a lot of people that have watched this whole YouTube thing, a podcast. They know that I used to do OnlyFans management shit, right? So I have some Reddits that I follow that help with OnlyFans stuff.
Right.
So there's a lot of girls that come up on the Reddit and they'll say, "Hey, how do I get this? Hey, I'm looking for more followers." Or, "Hey, have you?" Then there's some OnlyFans managers. Anyways, this girl, I was reading one of the posts, and what they said was, this girl was like, "Hey, I noticed there's a new Pornhub, or Pornhub has shorts now." And I'm like, "No fucking way. Pornhub has fucking shorts." So what do? I go on fucking Pornhub, and there's a fucking beta Pornhub like reels that labeled shorts.
But like,
That's fucking crazy to me,
what would
dude.
be? I mean, for let's say it's a 10-second short, but
Think about it.
I think it's what it is, though. Realistically, it's because Pornhub is. If you think about Pornhub as a whole, like you have to think about it like a social media, like an Instagram, but for adult content makers. So Pornhub is now the influencers Instagram for porn.
wow.
That's what Pornhub is now. It's not a regular porn site anymore.
Yeah.
It is now based off of like, hey, we're a YouTube for porn. And if you want to make money and you want to become a content creator, come to us. Because they know that that's going to be the most influential.
I swear to God, if they end up like one of those fucking stupid ass apps, you never seen those like on like Facebook where it shows like, let's say, a love story or some shit, and then they put in like those shorts, like 10 seconds duration, all that. Like, what if they do like porn stories and like stories, and then they have to like make you subscribe, and I'm like some stupid, like to make you like look at the rest of this fucking story. Like, what happens to the plumber? You know what I mean? For example,
I see.
like for like some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, what if they make? Oh, dude, I don't know, man.
I
That seems like that would annoy me.
the shorts. I think
I mean, I don't watch porn
I see it a
anymore,
little
but-
bit differently. I see the social media aspect now that you mentioned. It makes a lot of sense. But what I see it as too is, think about, like, you know, I mean, like, for example, Tan, his prime example. He's like, I look for the best scenes and then I time myself to nut.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to shorts, you got all the best scenes.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, bro.
I mean, if it's supposed to be done properly, like, if you think about it, right?
I don't know, but it's like for example, like reels, like when we post reels
Yeah.
and stuff, we're not posting the best
Yeah.
parts, right? We're just posting the parts that bring you in. So like it's a different formula, I guess, when it comes to like porn. I didn't spend enough time on there to see
Yeah.
what is going on Pornhub, but when I was scrolling it just seemed like it was a lot of like teasers.
Yeah.
Like it could be like trailers, like porn trailers.
like I think it could be good for promos, like promotions.
Yeah.
For like whatever
Yeah.
video they're trying to promote.
Yeah.
That's the only benefit I
Like-
think I
like-
see from that platform perspective.
Yeah, so like the reality is like we've all been on Reddit and
Yeah.
we've all seen the fucking porn on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
So Reddit, I think Reddit's changing the game when it comes to porn, because I think what happens is like with porn being what it was at the very beginning. I can't believe we're talking about porn right now. But what porn was at the very beginning was that it was just some like media moguls who had money to film girls and, you know, people, and
Yeah.
they were able to make money off of that, right? Creating their own private websites. And then what happens was these tube sites came out of nowhere and they were able to have these it's like a YouTube for porn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what happens is now Pornhub, which is owned by Mind Geeks, a Canadian company, they're realizing that porn makes so much, because if you look at the market share of porn, it's billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's not that many companies out there that are actually creating porn like that. So what happens is like now Mind Geeks is like, dude, we can capitalize on this shit. Let's fucking do that. Let's get influencers on that, just because like everybody is doing the same fucking thing, right? Instagram, we know businesses are blowing up and companies are being created because they're getting influencers onto the fucking product, which is, you know, whatever it is. So if you want to be a fucking OnlyFans girl that wants to be a sex celebrity or whatever the fuck it is, Pornhub is the place to go. And I'm not advertising it, but that's
Right.
just the reality of like,
Right. That's the reality of the
You hear about
that's wild though.
how Ye is putting up, or Y, whatever his name is now,
Ooh.
Kanye.
Oh, yay?
Yeah. What's that? What do they call him now?
Yay.
They call him Ye now.
Yeah,
I thought he just went to one letter.
Why?
What, really? One
Did
letter?
he go to one letter?
K. He's like
Oh,
K.
yeah, he's doing the porn thing.
Yeah, he's getting into porn now, right?
What? Kanye?
Yeah, he's getting into
Kanye.
porn. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to create a porn website.
That's crazy.
Porn company. I think.
Yeah.
I wanna do-
And it's just so weird. I found that like the weirdest news I found like recently.
I mean,
With
I mean, you just scroll on Instagram.
yeah, but it's just so weird though. I'm just like, for him to go like, I'm just looking at his past. Like he went through like this other thing, and then he went through like this religious kind of thing, and now he's trying to
No,
open
but
up
he
porno, you know?
well, he openly said that he had a porn addiction when he was with Kim.
Oh, he did say
Yeah,
that? Oh,
he did say
okay.
that. He said it ruined his
Mm,
the relationship. That's why they didn't end up working out.
yeah.
And he talked about it a lot about how he was addicted to porn and all this
Oh, I
stuff.
didn't hear those parts.
And then it like with his new, because I see it in the Instagram, right? So like his girl, he's been making his girl walk out of the house basically butt ass naked,
Yeah.
like in some real skimpy shit.
Yeah.
And then now he's coming to the media basically saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about starting a porn company," which is kind of crazy.
That's kind of wild, right?
But I mean, it's not a bad idea for somebody like him. Porn is a huge marketplace.
yeah.
I mean, his wife did. Kim Kardashian got famous
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
porn.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
But I think you mentioned this a few times ago, but you mentioned something about how it's kind of crazy how these like OnlyFans stars and everything, and they're basically becoming like celebrities in a
Yeah.
way. And it is kind of crazy 'cause I was watching some videos, and I see like OnlyFans like sponsoring a lot of things, and I'm like, damn, that's kind of wild to think about, you know?
Yeah. So it's weird because I think the creator of OnlyFans, it kind of backlashed on him
Oh, really?
because
Doing all the sponsors and stuff?
no, because at first he really wanted to create like a platform like Patreon where you can have, you know,
Right.
like a paid wall to where if you had fans like on YouTube,
Yeah.
Right.
everybody during COVID, everybody was trying to get behind the whole paid wall thing.
Mm-hmm.
His platform happened to just blow the fuck up because I think the name was just clever and it sounded nice.
Yeah.
Like OnlyFans. Like, oh, and people are making fun, like only and then little blunt
Yeah.
fans, right?
Right.
But then porn became so prevalent, everybody was like, oh shit, you can get an OnlyFans. It became a huge fucking thing. And then during that, they were gonna remove adult content. Right? I don't know if you guys remember
I
that.
remember that, yeah.
And then everybody was freaking the fuck out. And then, of course, they were like, dude, well, MasterCard or Visa, they don't want to take our payments anymore because it's adult content. We can't control what's going on there.
Yeah.
So their company was going to fail if they got rid of porn.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what they did was they didn't get rid of porn, right?
And then became the whole what it is today.
Yeah, and then now it's this. But think about it, that backfired.
Yeah.
His original plan didn't go as planned. Think
That's
about
true.
it. And then
Same thing happened to Tumblr.
yes, and Tumblr.
Tumblr was originally designed for
Yep.
people who want to design, like, let's say, home decor
Yep, art.
and recipes and shit like that. And it
Kind of like Pinterest.
Yes,
pretty much.
but remember, people like to express whatever they express.
Yeah.
And then the platform only allows you to do as much as you can. If it gets to the porn side, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't come back from that,
Yeah.
right? So
It's hard to recover.
yeah, dude, I was on Tumblr recently. There's still fucking porn on there,
Oh, is that really?
They cleaned up a lot, though, still.
but they lost
but it's
a
still there,
lot of
yeah.
fucking money, dude.
They did, yeah.
That's the same thing with Reddit. Like if Reddit were to get rid of all their porn stuff, gone. There's no way. But Reddit is the greatest fucking place. I can tell you that right now.
Because it's like, yeah.
Because I was on Psychology today reading like stuff because I love psychologytoday.com, right? Not sponsored, but check it out. So I go on there every day just to get like a fucking hint of whatever. Guess what? The first fucking article quotes a Reddit thread.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, these major companies are now going to Reddit to study what people have to like, what people are commenting,
Yeah.
what their personal experiences are,
Right.
and it's making it onto a fucking very public and established company like
Right.
Psychology Today,
That's pretty crazy, actually.
used by professionals and everybody.
Yeah. It's a free market where Reddit's really, it's doable. They actually have a good formula for it, I think.
Yeah,
Whereas in other companies, they struggle.
I think if anybody that's gonna make it out of the porn, it might be Reddit.
Yeah.
Might be if Reddit were to get rid of the porn thing.
Yeah, I feel like Reddit would make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Tumblr didn't make it. OnlyFans won't make it.
But I think it's just because of the backing of Reddit. There's so many users
Yeah.
where, let's say, if someone were to do post some like really like like off the wall shit, they will lash out back at you where it'll definitely backfire. You know?
Yeah,
what I
there
mean?
was a huge thing that happened right after COVID end, and they were switching mods.
Yeah.
Like channels were shutting down. They were basically like, nope, all of these channels that like super popular channels
On Reddit?
on all the threads,
Oh, yeah.
they were closing down. They were like, sorry, don't come back.
Yeah.
We refuse Reddit to change this.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they shut down. It was like a period of like 2 months where
Yeah.
you couldn't go on certain threads.
Yeah.
And then when you went back and the mods were gone, it was nothing but weird shit. Like the best meme pages were filled with weird porn because moderations were gone. Because what they were doing was trying to get rid of actual mods, like human mods, and replace them with AI.
Oh, I see.
And then the human mods were like, no, fuck that. This is fucked up. We're actually getting paid for these things.
Yeah.
And now you guys want to replace our jobs.
Right.
So that's what happened.
Speaking with the whole AI with Reddit, they implemented. Have you ever seen on TikTok those Reddit stories
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
where they do like the robot voice?
Yeah.
But they do this thing now where because they were feeling that the robot voice was becoming more
Sexualized or what?
no, well, so it's all sexualized, right? But there's becoming more not as
Sexy?
no fuck, dude. It's not as like there's no
Oh, it's too monotone.
well, not the monotone part. It's still attracting, right? But it's becoming boring, right?
Hmm.
And so it's becoming redundant, all that shit. So they started implementing where these Reddit stories where they implement the AI is singing the story to it. You can look it up, dude. There's like several on
They're
there.
singing the story?
The AI is singing the story and it makes it even more funnier.
Really?
And there's more traction. And I even commented myself, dude, honestly, I think it sounds better when it's singing. It's like dude, it's so funny, bro. But it's entertaining though. Like
I need to check it out.
AI, man, there's so many applications for it. You can do a lot with it, man.
Dude, it's crazy that you guys have spent so much time on TikTok. I think it's one of those platforms that I've spent the least amount of time on.
Really?
Surprising.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised how much the content that's on there. There's a lot
No,
of things on there.
I've like my TikTok now is all like singing videos and like covers and bands and like you know like reels of fucking bands playing like I don't know, like
Yeah.
a cover of something acoustically. And then
Yeah.
you got to go on YouTube and you find it. So it's like teasers for their full videos, right?
Right.
Which I've found some really awesome music on, by the way.
On TikTok? Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
find some bomb ass
Yeah,
music on
awesome
TikTok,
fucking
yeah.
music on TikTok. But that's what I view it for. So like I understand when you guys say, "Oh yeah, I would get locked up for like an hour on TikTok," because I'm just like, "Oh damn, this person's really good," and it's a 3-minute video.
Yeah.
And then it's like scroll again, and then it's like you know, it's fucking British Got Talent, right? And it's like I'm watching this 10-minute video now, which I could have been spending on YouTube, but it's now pulling the
Yeah.
engagement away from
Yeah.
YouTube and playing.
And I noticed a lot of videos, they'll do like full segment videos, but they'll part it up like in 10 parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which isn't a
Yeah,
problem
because
because you just
because-
swipe down.
tie,
mean-
you tie the playlist.
Yeah.
That's what made it so successful because they did a study where people's attention spans they're between the 10 to 15 second range.
That's true.
That's what makes TikTok so appeasing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Appeasing to it because it's very short. It's not too long. But if you do want the long,
it like
you-
restarts.
right?
That was, I think, you think that was the problem with Vine? Because Vine was only 5-second videos, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 5 seconds, right?
Yeah, but no, Vine was successful.
Yeah.
It's just they didn't adapt.
Yeah, they didn't adapt to it.
There was so many things going on where they were competing with Snapchat. They were
Right.
competing with just different platforms. And
Yeah, but they
weren't able to.
But they paved the road for TikTok, though.
They
if you
did.
really think about it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And then TikTok paved the road for Instagram Reels, right? And then YouTube jumped on it, and then all of these now social media pages
Right.
all have like even porn sites have fucking Reels
Yeah.
now.
Crazy.
It's fucking insane. But Vine was the first one to pave that fucking road. If
Right.
you really think about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Like if you really think about it, like back in the day, right? We had eBums World. You remember that shit?
I still, yeah.
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 That was where we would find our little meme videos.
I was just on E-Bombs World and shit.
You still go on it?
No. It's because fucking this is gonna be sick, but fucking I came across this TikTok video, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, you know how like they're so vague about what the hell that it is. It will show like an image, like it'll reenact an image that related to an old video years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is there
Oh, I see
there's
what
like
you're saying.
there's like naked, for example, this video on TikTok, it showed naked feet and the jar. And I was like, so I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you
What does it
go-
mean? So I go on the comments, and then like I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna Google fucking
Yeah.
man and empty jar, whatever it's called. One man.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that video.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, I didn't know what it fucking was. I didn't know what lemon party was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I was like, fuck it. What is this? I'm like, oh, he's not.
Yeah,
He's not gonna do
when you said man with naked feet in a jar, I know exactly
Yeah.
what video you're talking
Yeah,
about.
dude. And I was,
E-bombs was where we used to find all the like shooting and
Yeah.
beheadings
Oh,
too, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
like, same thing with like the whole.
No, it wasn't that. I don't think it was.
It wasn't E-bombs?
I don't think.
There was also another.
No, it was
There's other
It was
stuff.
E-fucked.
Dude,
Oh, sorry.
we're gonna get
I'll
fucked.
cut it off. Don't.
We're gonna get fucking banned for this shit.
I'll cut it off.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
But that's what I'm saying. When I see those videos, I'm like, it gets me curious.
E-Bombs World has that fucking video on there.
They have a bunch of videos.
Did they change their shit? Because I don't remember E-Bomb carrying like fucked up graphic videos.
It's
like that.
limited. So eBomb World will have stuff like it won't show the video,
Yeah.
but it will show like the manuscript of whatever, and then after that you can kind of
Oh.
do your due diligence if you really want to get deep into the rabbit hole, and you connect the freaking
Yeah, you
Google
can't.
thing, and then you copy and paste and
You can't even
search.
find Two Girls One Cup anymore.
Yeah, because it's deep in it's
Yeah,
deep.
you can't find it. You have to like really go look in it.
But
Or-
I did find that man in one jar.
Yeah.
video. That
That one
was-
and that one.
With the
horrible.
glass out of his
Yeah.
ass.
Oh,
Oh.
You watched the whole thing?
hell yeah, I did. I was like, no, actually, not the whole thing, but I watched. I watched like half of it
You
actually.
didn't watch him like pull it out and shit?
No, I did. I saw part, but I didn't look at. I was like, oh, but I was like dumbfounded. I was like looking. I was like,
Oh god.
but I'm not. I'm not surprised because it doesn't affect me because I work in the hospital
Yeah.
and I came across where there was a patient one time. He was in ER and he stuck a Bud Light bottle up his ass. And I'm not talking about the long neck part. He stuck
The other side.
yeah, and the same shit happened to him. Fucking the glass, the
Was it a joke or what? Or was
What do
he
you
like
mean?
trying to fuck himself or what?
I didn't get deep into that, but I was talking to one of the medical staff about it. I'm not gonna be specific, but
Yeah.
the medical staff, right?
Yeah.
Because we work there. We
Yeah.
you know when you mingle with
Yeah, of
other-
course.
Anyways, so he was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And he's doing it for pleasure, probably. Maybe it was
mean,
a
it
joke,
makes
maybe it was pleasure, but he was an older guy.
Oh really?
At the same time, it's like, damn. But like, do you know how fat the fucking
You can
beer
just let him-
bottle is? Like,
Yeah.
it's not as.
It's so
It's like-
weird when there's so much like access to like getting toys and shit now. Like, why are you shoving glass bottles up your ass?
Dude, it's a thing. It's a
You know what I'm saying though?
thing. You know what I mean? But
I don't know, man. I just think that's weird. Like, there's so much like it's like infinite resources of like shopping options, and it's like,
Yeah, you can buy on Amazon too.
yeah,
and it's more safer, just safer options.
dude.
too.
But you can drive down the street and go to an adult store. Okay, maybe. Well, here in Vegas, yeah, for sure. Okay. Skipping all this. How many times have you seen or heard the story of somebody getting something stuck up their ass in the hospital?
Dude, the ER especially.
It's like every day or what?
It's not every day, but it's gonna happen at least maybe depending on the hospital, maybe at least once or twice a year. I would say.
Oh, really? It's just that much? I thought it would be like reoccurring.
No, I'm pretty sure there is. I mean, I don't have direct
access. Yeah.
access to the ER because I don't work at the ER.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I've come across, I've witnessed a few things in the ER, and when I was working in the other campus.
Yeah.
There's some interesting people out there, man. Regardless if it's beer bottles or taking too much Viagra.
Oh shit. Yeah.
What happens when someone takes too much Viagra?
Yeah, dude. There was a patient where
Was he just having a raging boner to eat like
No, you get
potential heart attack, right?
Yeah.
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 he took too much.
You can die.
He took too much, and I know this is kind of like a HIPAA violation, but anyways, that's not like I'm saying the name.
Yeah.
But like the so and so,
So what
Patient.
happened? All right.
he took too much.
What happens when you take too much Viagra?
There's no way, there's no medication, there's no procedure where it's pretty much time.
Mm,
They can't do anything to relieve you with your pressure.
yeah.
It's pretty much you just be pretty much in observation. From my understanding,
Yeah.
because I have to talk to an actual doctor about it. But
But don't they just give you like an IV?
Yeah, but like
So
I guess
that it flushes through your system faster.
because I think what happens is the stuff like Viagra, it acts as a nitric oxide, right?
Right.
Or more blood flow.
Yeah.
But if you can't, you have to be careful with it because you can't just give like any medication, right?
Mhm.
It might
Counteract.
It might counteract with
Right.
some shit. Like I don't know I don't know the backing by it, but anyways, something along those lines. So they can't just give you a drug to bring down that
Yeah.
drug. They can do something to maybe like alleviate, but as far as like whatever, they just have to give you time. They
Yeah.
can't just do whatever. But the guy was yelling anyways. Long story short, and he was yelling in the fucking ER. I was like, someone help me. You know, it won't. It's so fucking hard. He's yelling. He's yelling all this profanity, bro, dude. I'm telling you right now, hospitals are some of the craziest experiences you'll probably witness. You would never guess these people fucking exist, but they're in the fucking hospital, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I have some interesting experience, but fuck, man. There's some weird ass people out in the world, bro. Like,
There is.
in Vegas too.
Everywhere.
I know everywhere, but it's just for me working.
I feel like
here.
small towns have it worse though. Cause
You
like
think so?
yeah,
I don't
because
know,
it's just
man.
weird. There's nothing to fucking do, and in like towns that have nothing to do, weird shit happens.
I feel like cities is the weirder ones because we're just so exposed and there's so much diversity and shit. Like, I feel like it's more simple in like simple towns. I mean, minus the whole incest shit, like what you would see in here in like countryside. I get that, but like, I feel like cities, like if you go to LA, weird fucking people. Seattle, love it. I love the place, but there's some weird ass people.
you're saying.
It would be weird to do something weird, and
It would be what?
What?
Yeah, you're dead. Yeah.
I don't know, man. My brain's not working at all. What were we just talking about?
You're weird to do something.
What were we
That's what you got out of it.
Yeah.
what were
Yeah.
you saying?
You're done for the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, my brain not working.
All right,
bro.
just close out. Let's just close it.
Oh, God. I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, dude. I'm fucking starving. All right, guys. Are you
Oh
gonna
my
close out?
God.
Henry, close out. Just kidding. You want me to close out, or you want to close out?
Shit, you do it.
All right.
Come on,
Dude.
Just try it. Just try it. Dude, we already fucked up all this episode. Might as well just do it.
Guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and comment below on what you thought about this episode. Okay. WAKU Radio out.
It's not bad.
That's good. You should have looked at a camera. That's about it.
Okay, yeah.
WAKU Radio out.
WAKU Radio out.
What you call it?
I don't freaking know, dude. Dude, stop making fun of me. I'm shy.
All right, go, Sebastian. But then you just do a second take, and then we'll take
All right.
one of the best ones.
Thank you for watching WAKU Radio. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Make sure to comment below and let us know. What should we talk about next? Do you have some questions? You want our opinions? You probably don't. To the 2 followers that are watching us, I love you.
Hey, and don't forget to stay tuned. We have we got a member of the LGBTQ community coming on to the podcast pretty soon, and
Hopefully.
And we got
for an interview. And then we have a swingers couple that wants to come on to the podcast and talk about their side of things, and hopefully we can get you guys a DEA interview, talk about what's going on currently in the world right now, at least in the United States.
as far as the drug. Yeah, drug.
Oh, and we're gonna be doing a couples podcast pretty soon. It's gonna be male versus female, couple versus couple, and I'm pretty sure you guys want to see some chicks on here. It's been dudes.
Yeah, you're gonna see.
Yeah. Estrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching WAKU Radio. Bye bye.
I still can't get off the idea when.
Check me out. You see me on the road, I'm in hustle mode, real estate mogul, commercial real estate.